Hello, everyone. I hope you're well rested, well caffeinated. You have to scoot yourself over a little bit more so we can see you properly.
That's fine. I could just shoulder today.
No, you get to scoot in the whole way today because you get to be a co-star today. So you get to be like all the way here this time. There you go. Chat's over here. We got a raid. Wait, who do we got a raid for? We got a raptor raid? Yo! Welcome, peeps. How do you do?
Rawr!
Rawr! It's a good thing Blade Raptor's here because, like, they're like, you're gonna want to be here for this.
Thank
All the happy birthdays. Can we get some cake in the chat? I would appreciate it. Hello, dude. Hello, Kyle. Hello, Kubo. Hello, Lucky. Hello, Blade Raptor. Thank you for that lovely raid. Celebrates 30 months of membership. Jesus freaking Christ. We have Chaos Demonic Soul Reaper. We have Luna. We have, let's see, we have Fuzzy. How do you do? We have Shaman. What is up? It is the baby's birthday.
Hello.
I'm helping for Mizu. Fuzzy Woman's cheered one bit. I appreciate that. Hey, Artemis has resubscribed to your 5 months now. Jesus Christ. Happy birthday. Lord, do we have a rant for you guys? We're going to discuss a few things first, and then we're going to go into this rant. Because Lord, originally we were going to. It's like, you know, whatever.
No, this was not the original plan for stream today.
Yeah, I was just going to play some games. Mizu was going to go relax because we've been out all day.
But it had to happen.
But on the way home, the closer we got to home,
the angrier I got.
the angrier she got, and the more we started to rant back and forth. And it was like, huh.
Shit, where did my phone go?
It's probably out there.
Luna, hello! We're gonna need to fix that. Where's my phone? Did I leave my phone outside?
You probably did. I already said that once. You're going to want to go get it. Trust me.
Yep.
It's going to be imperative with that happening.
Yup.
Movie that bad. Movie that bad. Movie that bad. From a franchise that, like, is hit and miss for a lot of people, but for us, has always just, like, we've always enjoyed it. We've always loved it. Hello, Drawing. She's coming right back. She'll be right back. Sometimes you gotta rant. Lord, do we gotta rant? Check your Steam lately? I have not checked my Steam lately. I've been out with Mizu all day today. Says I have 2 new friend requests for what look to be bots.
I am back.
Try to make Mizu leave.
I don't know where to put them.
Huh? Okay, so Rogo, yeah. Okay. No, not Superman. We're still very hyped and excited to see Superman, or at least I am. Mizu's not a big superhero person.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited for Superman.
I got a happy birthday in Chinese.
So, first we'll go through like just like the basis of the day. Like we just kind of hung out, just kind of rambled today. There was some random family chaos and so on and so forth. We watched a movie in the series of movies before going to see it.
Yep, we've been binge watching the entirety of it like this past week.
And then we decided we're gonna go see this
just to watch this.
Yeah, and we went out because like I managed to find it on sale, managed to find it cheap. We managed to get the Blu-ray collection for this series of movies, and we're like, you know what? We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch 1 to 2 movies a night every night until Saturday, and we're gonna go see it.
Yep.
Yay, team! That was the battle plan. That was the whole objective. We get to the theater. Everything's fine. We come up with a question of what we're gonna do. Which when we show you this, it'll spoil what the movie was. Had that weird interaction with that one kid that ran by.
Yeah.
I got asked by like a kid looked at me and was like, "You look like a YouTuber." I was like, "I am a YouTuber." And like they completely flipped out. That was kind of weird, but that's beside the point. You decided to grab a thing.
I did, because it was silly.
Because it was silly.
This should have warned us on this movie, honestly.
And this is where we're gonna let Mizu take over for the rant that is about to happen. I'm just gonna chime in where applicable. Right?
Like, let's just put it this way, okay? We enjoyed all of the movies. This one made him almost fall asleep.
Yeah, I almost fell asleep in the theater. I almost fell asleep in the theater. That's how bad it is. I've never fallen asleep in the theater. And I like naps. Okay, so like, do we have, before we state which one it is, do we have, whether you've already tried to guess it in the chat or not, take a guess what the movie is real quick. Take a guess. I want everyone to try to take a guess.
We have thrown out a hint of this already.
I've actually talked about this throughout the week. I'm kind of surprised most people don't know yet.
No, it's not Weapons, although that was on the list of what we wanted to watch.
We really want to see that movie still, but we know that's probably not going to be great.
Thank you, Alanna!
Hello, Alanna! We do want to see Nobody 2, but it was not Nobody 2.
I haven't even seen the first one yet.
Was not Naked Gun because she's not seen Naked Gun. Okay, so we've had like a lot of people like actually guess it. So you want to show it off? So we bought this because it was silly because we like popcorn buckets.
It's so big.
And this is like the worst popcorn bucket we've ever seen, but it was so absurd.
Bro.
It was so absurd that we're like, you know what? We could use it as a cat feeding bowl. It was also discounted, so like that should have been our warning. Discounted and being what it is. That movie was meh. That's not a bucket.
This is a plate. This is a tray.
There actually is a bucket they've made. Another theater has it. And it looks really cool because it's got like a dinosaur, like a test tube kind of type deal.
I want it so bad.
And like, it basically reminds me of like Mewtwo in the test tube kind of type deal. So like, yeah, that one looks cool. But yeah, new Jurassic World. We like every movie.
So this was Jurassic
in the
World
Jurassic
Rebirth.
Park in the Jurassic Park thing.
Yep. we watched the first 2 Jurassic Park movies on, was it Monday?
Yeah.
On Monday. Had to skip Tuesday.
Because some chaos happened.
Because chaos happened, and also because I had to wake up early. Well, actually, no, because chaos happened with Rivali.
Yes.
And then Wednesday we watched, that was Tuesday night. Tuesday we watched the 3rd movie. Wednesday we had to skip it because Rivali.
Yeah.
And then Thursday we watched, Jurassic World, the first one.
Mm.
Friday, yesterday we got to watch the 2nd Jurassic World movie, which was
Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom. And then this morning we watched Dominion.
Yeah, we watched Dominion like literally right before we
Yep.
left. Like right before we left, we watched Dominion.
And then we went to go see this movie.
I slept through that part of the movie myself. Saw the recent Jurassic Park Wakami. I may have slept through part of that movie myself. Fairness, it was the 2nd movie at the drive-in. Well, see, that was just it. We went into this hype. We went into this, like, excited.
I was told by multiple people that this movie was phenomenal. That it was amazing. I was gonna enjoy it.
And I had friends that were like, it brings back scariness. You're going to like this. It's not. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes long.
It did not live up to the hype.
And there's so much dead space in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so much that like
Thank you, Ant!
they're running through and they're ranting and they're rambling. So, okay, there's going to be spoilers throughout this, but before we dive into them,
Spoiler alert.
because you're going to be the one who's going to rant about the spoilery stuff because you won't be able to stop yourself. So before spoilers, if you still possibly want to go watch this yourself, before spoilers, I'm going to do like a base explanation on gripes without spoiling. Yeah, honestly, first off, there's not enough dinosaurs in this movie. There's not. They explain why there's not, but it's one of the, they explain it like the first 5 minutes of the movie with text, and that's it. They don't show why. They give you like a text explanation. That's it. You barely see any dinosaurs throughout this.
There's like 7 dinos that are like more. Well, actually, no. Yeah, 7 dinos that are actually named.
Before we get into spoiler territory on dinosaur types, these dinosaurs are supposed to be unique in this movie. They're supposed to be unique in this movie, which means they're like a lot of them are not supposed to be your normal dinosaur you run into.
Yep.
Well, that's false. You're going to run into a lot of the old crew and the ones that you run into that are supposed to be unique.
Oh, sweet game.
With the exception of one, the one they've been advertising everywhere, you'll forget them right after they're gone. I'll fix it for you in a bit. The one that they advertise super heavily, the one that's on all the promotional work for this shit, which I can state what that one is because like that's where it's what the toys are. It's on all the ads.
Are there toys for this one?
Yes, there are toys. There are toys for this one. A lot of toys for this one, and they're not selling well, and I now know why.
I didn't even see it.
The D-Rex, which is the Dominus Rex. You will barely see this guy.
Okay, for one, Amp, nothing in Jurassic Park was from the Jurassic time period. Everything was from the Cretaceous time period. I have been like hardcore diving into like dinosaurs.
She wants everyone to know that one. She makes sure I don't forget it. I'm telling you, it's marketing. It's all for marketing because Cretaceous Park doesn't sound as good as Jurassic Park. That's literally it.
No, not only that, but like for marketing reasons, no one really knows Cretaceous time period. Everyone knows Jurassic time period. So there's that.
But But yeah, you barely see the bad guy dinosaur for this. The bad guy human in this is the weakest bad guy human I've seen be a bad guy in anything. Sword and Shield's Pokemon's bad guy, the bad guy who was not really a bad guy, was a better bad guy than this bad guy. He's a, like, it's not like he's literally going out of his way to be a sucky bad guy. He's just kind of like a douchebag. The guy that they make you think is going to be a bad guy doesn't become the bad guy, but it's not even a red herring moment. You'll figure it out. Trust me.
So they finally put the ass in Jurassic Park.
You bet Jurassic. Yeah. But yeah, like, it is the most horribly paced movie in the series. Like, they have an A plot and a B plot like most of the Jurassic movies do, but they're not super connected till later. They start connected and then they become unconnected and then they're connected again. And it doesn't matter that they're connected at all. So okay, that's a thing. There's almost no sense of agency throughout the movie. They try to bring back horror into this, which I love, but they build up so much suspense for such tiny payout that it's not worth it. And the biggest thing, every Jurassic Park movie at least has one moment where you'll see a character you know
from the previous movies.
From one of the previous movies.
Yep.
Somewhere to tie it all together.
Yep.
Like,
that did not exist in this one.
Even if, like, it's brief, they'll still show up somewhere, or they'll star that character. Like,
yep.
Of course, you start off with one with Grant and
Ellie Sadler.
Sadler. I always want to say Stabler, and it's not right. So you have Grant. So you have Grant and
Sadler.
Stadler. That's it. Stadler. You have Grant Stadler. Then you have you have Malkin, and then you have.
Is it Malkin or Malcolm?
Malcolm, and then you have Malcolm in the second movie as the main star, and you have Grant as the main star in the third movie. Jurassic World is kind of like a reboot because it's years and years later. That's where we get. Claire Owen, and they're the main two for that one.
They're the main two for that one.
And Malcolm appears in that one.
Yep.
Then you get to the next one.
They
carry over with for one, you get Malcolm again for a little while, and you still get Claire and Malcolm.
Claire Owen,
or
and
Claire,
then you also have
Claire and Owen.
And then you also have Maisie, who's the granddaughter.
Well, I'm talking about how they connect together. That's a new character.
Yeah.
Then the next movie, they carry over Claire Owen, her support team, Claire's support team from 2.
Yep.
They carry over Maisie from 2. You get
Owen carried over.
I already said you get Claire and Owen. You get
both Grant and Stadler.
And they tie that all up, and you get Malcolm. Like you get everybody in the last one. You get none of that in this one. It doesn't take place on any of the previous 2 sites.
Yep.
Most of the monsters don't show up. You've got a new site that was apparently a secret, and that's about as far as I can go without super spoiling on my end. Because, like, that's all, like, first, like, 15 to 30 minutes of the movie. In a 2-hour and 20-minute movie, that's about all they explain to you.
Now, if you don't want spoilers...
If you don't want spoilers, you still want to watch this.
This is not the stream for you.
It's time for Bob. But if you want to know, we're gonna dive into it. Mizu's gonna do most of the ranting on this one.
I'm about to get super loud.
Oh boy, is Mizu upsetty spaghetti about this one. I don't blame you, because to see how this started before you get to your rant, because like I'm not gonna get to talk a lot in a second. How this started was the end of the movie happened. We looked at each other. I was like, instead of going, that was a good movie, or I enjoyed that, I looked over at Mizu's like, so,
That kind of sucked.
No, I was like, how did you like that? You're like, it was so, like, a very timid, it was so okay.
What's the name of the original doctor?
The
scientist or the guy that ran the place?
Henry.
Henry Wu.
Yeah, Henry Wu.
That's the character.
That's the doctor.
We also forgot him because he was in every single one of them.
Yeah, he makes an appearance.
In
well, no, he doesn't make an appearance in 2 and 3. He doesn't make an appearance in Lost World or just Jurassic Park 3. He doesn't make an appearance in those. Because we don't see anything to do with the scientists or making new dinosaurs in those.
Fair enough.
He's the biggest cameo in world.
Yep.
Because he's been gone for so long.
Yep.
But yeah, like, I was like...
I think he shows up in 2 for like a split second.
And I looked over at you and I was like... That was kind of boring. And that was it! Floodgates opened! And she had this look of, oh, thank God he said it. Because we both thought maybe we're being hypercritical of the movie and the other one loved it. No.
And we had someone behind us what was it that they said?
That was a award ceremony nomination right there. And they were dead serious.
The guy who says, that's Hammond.
I didn't know Black Widow could wrestle dinosaurs. She can, just not in this movie.
Did she wrestle any dinosaurs in this?
No, that was just it.
I was about to say...
What's up, scientific guy?
I was about to say, she never really touched any of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, she doesn't do much. So, Scarlett Johansson's in this movie.
Which, like, she's a great actress. I'll give her that.
But I don't like her character in this movie. Like, no character in this movie's likable.
There's no character development in any of them in this movie.
There's no one likable in this movie, like, at all.
Hi, scientific guy.
But no, okay. So spoilers incoming. Mizu's about to rant about, like, try to stick it in order.
From beginning to end?
From beginning to end,
Okay.
from where your gripes and complaints are.
Okay.
Anybody, like, we're gonna count down from 5 to run away if you don't want spoilers for Jurassic World Rebirth.
I'm probably gonna start with that.
Yeah, you probably should.
I'm gonna start with that.
That was honestly probably the best part of the movie, dude. But like, we're gonna let you go in. Who cares about spoilers for this movie? Because we like every Jurassic Park movie, except this one, and we know that some people think about it the same way that we do. And a lot of people that we know have been saying it's good, and the Rotten Tomatoes score for viewership on it, not critics, was pretty favorable before we went and watched it this morning. So we were hopeful because we liked all the other ones, even the ones people don't like.
I think that's our mistake.
I feel like
this is definitely like a movie for people that are just like, oh, I've heard of Jurassic Park before. Let me go watch this movie as my very first one.
No, because like at the very beginning, they don't explain anywhere near enough.
True that.
But there's nothing but exposition dumps the entire movie.
Yeah. Bye, Raptor.
Now go. Have a wonderful night, Blade Raptor.
It's fine. You can always rewatch it.
Hopping into spoiler territory in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Actually, no. We probably should have just started with 3.
Ah, feeties. Okay, have at it from start to finish.
Okay,
I have 5 fingies. I ain't a dinosaur. If I do the rah.
So to start this off, the name for this makes zero fucking sense. There is, like, the title for this movie is Jurassic World Rebirth, but there's nothing being rebirthed here except for a shitty continuation.
Yeah, like, there's nothing reborn in this. Like, there's not rebirthing the franchise. The only thing we can think of for rebirth is like maybe they're trying to make this as a very piss poor reboot, or like a restarting, a new starting point, a new trilogy point.
Like,
but I don't know how they'll do that.
But because they tagged on Jurassic World, it doesn't make sense. Because first of all, the setting for this, it's on like a complete separate island that wasn't mentioned in any of the previous movies. This was just a random island that was just there.
Used specifically for DNA testing.
For mutational DNA experiences, basically. So the whole premises of this movie, you start off, you see like the inside of the lab where they do a lot of different like genetic like hybrids of dinosaurs.
Let me cut in here just a tidbit. This takes place at the start of the Jurassic World part of the timeline. So
Yep.
it's 17 years backwards for us. It's the very start of Jurassic World.
Yep.
And this is their Jurassic World's facility for making fusion dinosaurs, as well as handling the mutants that offspring from failed experiments.
I think the only thing that could possibly make this connected to the previous movie is they did mention that there was a lab where they were making hybrids, and this was the lab.
Yep.
That's the only thing I could see that making sense, but even Rebirth feels a little, like, off. So that's, like, my first thing about it. So after that scenery with the lab, you see a dude eating Snickers, and literally the fucking Snickers wrapper was what caused this whole fucking shit to explode.
The freaking Final Destination moment. Like, I even leaned over and it's like, I'm watching Final Destination or Jurassic Park. Because, like, dude drops a wrapper, and it's so obvious. It's so obvious that this wrapper is going to be the problem, because, like, he's holding it, and it's fumbling around.
He's fumbling around, like, puts it in his mouth, trying to get the key, and then he puts the key in his mouth to, like, you know, to, like, get his footing on stuff. And then drops the wrapper, and the raptor, I keep saying raptor, the wrapper
hits the ground, but keeps doing this sneaking towards the door movement.
Floating movement because of air pressure.
Haunted wrapper!
And then it gets sucked up in basically the vents, which cause, like, the system to malfunction in that movie.
I have such a problem with this! Why is there a vent on the inside of the door frame where they're going to connect it close? That's what he gets sucked into. Like, you have, like, here's the floor, here's the door, and on the door, looking at the side, like, looking like you're staring down a door, there's a square vent on the door that is sucking air into it.
Yep.
But also displacing air out of either side of it.
Yep.
That sucks in the wrapper.
Hybrids of what exactly? Hybrids of different dinosaurs. So in one of the Jurassic World movie, they introduced their very first hybrid, which is
really
like,
sucky.
which was a man-made dinosaur that they call the Indominus. Which I still don't understand why the fuck you would want to make a dinosaur that can fucking camouflage. That sounds like the worst fucking idea possible. But then again, like, they only show the, like, they show the camouflage for like a split second.
Should we do? It's one of those. It's one of those. They just did it without asking if they should do it, kind of type deal. They're like, you wanted it to have this, and you wanted it to have that.
You wanted it to be cool, so.
So we had to put in all this stuff to make it do that.
Right.
And it just had additional side effects we weren't ready for.
Yep. So, continuing, because of the system malfunction, they had a breach that went down and they had to evacuate everybody. Well, they ended up, when they locked the doors, when they closed the doors to, like, keep the containment inside without breaching completely, the guy gets killed.
And you get to see, like, the way they do that, I will give the movie credit on this. The way they handle that kill, I mean, it's meh because it's literally just because of a fucking candy wrapper. He's in this fucking situation. The way they handle this is very similar to how they handled the first raptor kill in the first movie. Where it's like, everything should be fine, all of a sudden, like, oh shit, breach of containment.
Yep.
You see, like, part of the dinosaur, but you're not sure what the dinosaur is yet.
You don't know what it actually looks like.
And they emphasize the fear factor on this. This thing comes out of the shadows. You don't see all of it. You just see like its hand, part of its head. And it doesn't look like a dinosaur, but at the same time, it does. It looks like an uncanny valley, like Silent Hill dinosaur. And it picks this guy up like a fucking rancor. It picks it up like a rancor, just and I was like, no.
The guy gets flipped around upside down, and he's still banging on the door, begging his friend to like let him out. Which like he's already caught at that point.
And they stand on that for too long.
Yeah.
Because the way they could have done this is the way they do it with every other movie. Because since there wasn't anyone to help him and to keep him, this should be one of those moments where like you see the hand come out, like he's like, let me out, help me.
And
you
just
see
go,
the one
yoink.
person watching. What you should have done is cut back to her point of view, since they don't want to show the kills. Shoot back to her point of view. You see part of the monster, part of the dinosaur in the glass.
Yep.
You see the hand, because it's so fucking big, wrap around his body, and then just gone.
Yep, just
And
yoink.
blood splatter across the window. You still get to keep a PG-13 rating, and that would have handled that so much better. And it would have been like a blink and you miss it moment, but it would have worked. Or just even from the front view that we got, just you see the fraction of a second of him showing up, grab, yeet.
Yep.
No, you see him. You see like this monster's head pop in and out of frame a couple times. Pick him up, wee, 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 wee,
Just,
like a
like,
child
dangle him
playing
around.
with a toy.
And then he's gone. And they like dangle on that for like a good like half a minute or so.
Snickers had to pay to make that scene happen. Ooh.
And then he was just gone. You don't see him get killed like on screen. He dies off screen pretty much. And that happens in like throughout this movie. So there's one. So that's one thing.
As well as you get two like very obvious moments of product placement, which is, even though there's always product placement somewhere in a Jurassic movie, like this was like blatantly obvious because you get like the Snickers one, you get the Dr. Pepper one. Because of course I have a Dr. Pepper's can. Not sponsored, but if you're listening, Dr. Pepper, I drink too much of you. Thank you.
And then another thing I wanted to add in on that part. General lab rule is no food.
Ooh. Ooh.
I get it. They're working long hours in there to make sure, you know, whatever scientific monstrosity they're creating ends up okay. But at the same time, base rule, even since
They have
like,
them in
high
their
school,
hazmat suits.
he was wearing a fucking mask.
He wasn't wearing the mask at the time when he ate the thingy. Like he had his mask up, and like as soon as the door opens, it automatically closes for him. But he's in a hazmat suit.
He had like, didn't he have like a mouth mask?
No, he did not.
I was
No,
thinking,
because remember, he's got a ginger beard like me.
yeah.
It's always the gingers, man. We always die.
So there's that, and then like when they go into like the first basically like decontamination chamber. The places they were wearing one of those.
Beat him to death before he reached there. They
Yeah.
would have.
And like they have to go into basically like a decontamination chamber first. Why the fuck did that thing not go off saying, "Hey, there's an anomaly in here"?
And this whole thing fell because he tried to put the shit in his pocket, and he had it in his pocket because he pulled keys out of his pocket.
He pulled keys out.
Hazmat suits don't have pockets because you can tear them. Containment suits don't have pockets because they are a point of weakness. I got really upset about this. I couldn't say anything in the theater. They don't, because it's a point of contingency and weakness. Most hazmat suits don't have them. There may be some, but I've never seen one that has a pocket. Because it's a point of weakness in the suit. You put a pin in it, you can stab the suit, and you're dead.
And not only that, it's like you can't guarantee that like the keys haven't ripped open a fucking seam in the damn pockets.
Mm-hmm.
No one's gonna like go through every single like hazmat suit just like, I wonder if the pockets here are ripped. No one's gonna fucking check for that shit.
Without the plot hole.
So there's that. There's my rant on that part. And that's literally like the first like minute and a half of this movie.
It's about like
2 minutes.
it's about the 5 minute mark.
Was it
It's about 5 minutes.
Just with that guy
because it's almost a
begging.
minute of him begging, and then like another minute of him being bouncy, 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 baby. I'm upside down, baby!
Oh man, this.
They do nothing to show that this thing is intelligent of any kind, but they do their damnedest to make you think that like it's got like some kind of humanoid intelligence because it wants to play with this thing like a baby for a minute before it decides it's going to eat him.
Yep.
Which we don't ever have confirmation he ate him, but you just have to assume he ate him.
I mean, you heard screams. That's it. That's all you got was just screams.
And we're going to be irritable about this dinosaur a lot. He doesn't appear a lot. But when he does, there are so many inconsistencies, which we will get into later, that will make you livid.
Heads up, that's the D-Rex, okay? And then in this whole scene, like, you basically get shown, like, the different experiments that they've gone through. Specifically, there's one that is literally in a chamber with, like, the scrolling, like, text that goes by it on the machine that says, like, Mutadon, hybrid, and then, like, I guess the rest of it is supposed to be, like, a mix of what it's supposed to be a hybrid of.
Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of them are, like, two-headed, so they're failed experiments.
Yeah. So there's that. And then after the whole lab scene...
Could have been Snooze to death as much as you know. Ooh.
I mean, this is rated PG, so, like, it's not gonna...
PG-13.
PG-13, so it's not gonna show, like...
It does not even earn that rating, in my opinion. It feels like a PG movie.
Yeah.
It feels like a PG movie. It feels like a PG movie. And for something that's trying to be scarier than the other ones, it feels so much like a PG movie. They hide... I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. You go.
No. Go on. You're good. This is a rant for both of us.
There's one character that just dies behind a backpack.
No, we're about to get into that one soon. In, like, 15
Have
minutes.
at it.
So, after the lab containment breach and stuff, you see, like, everybody fleeing, dude dies, okay, yada yada. And then you get maybe, like, 3 minutes, give or take, of just black screen and text that explains, like, that basically goes on explaining, like, it's been, like, 35 years since the dinosaurs were first created back to life, and that because of the breaches, they couldn't survive in our modern society. And so a lot of them died.
It's not even the modern society, it's the atmosphere.
The atmosphere, yeah.
And humans stopped taking care of them because this takes place after COVID, which they don't strictly mention COVID, but they mention due to illnesses and this, that, and the other.
Yep.
The world just kind of forgot about dinosaurs.
And, like, the interest for dinosaurs started waning, you know, because it became basically everyday life for people. And then the few...
Climate issues as well.
The few dinosaurs
I've been bitching about that forever.
did manage...
Since we started watching the first movie, it's like they should be able to survive in this climate.
The few dinosaurs that did manage to survive are surviving in different islands near the equator due to, like, climate issues because of the environment. They have more of, like, the food that they normally eat, yada yada.
The only place that's, like, climately acceptable for them is around the equator.
For them to survive, basically, yeah. So, it's near the equator. So, after that, I'm trying to remember what goes on after that. After that, you get the traffic jam in Manhattan.
Introduction to Bad Guy and Scarlett Johansson.
Yep. Bad Guy basically talks to Scarlett Johansson. Well, Bad Guy was stuck in traffic, and the radio basically says that there's a brontosaurus that escaped from one of the parks, and they were trying to remove it, yada yada. Which, fun fact, brontosaurus is no longer considered a dinosaur. It has been proven that it is part of a different genus. So the word brontosaur technically does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
They are no longer called brontosaurs. I can't remember what.
But they named this guy Bronto Billy.
Yep. Which doesn't make sense for our current time period because it don't exist.
Quick note to adding Scarlett Johansson: they want you to be 100% certain that Scarlett Johansson is supposed to be a badass in this movie, and they don't give her anything to be a badass about later.
She's sassy.
She's sassy. She works, but she doesn't do she winds up being sidelined a lot. But they make her look like she's basically Black Widow being able to sneak into this dude's car out of fucking nowhere.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? That's cool. Fine. We get a badass. We get a badass.
Yep.
And then they don't let her be a badass the entire movie.
He sees the brontosaur, gets like dragged away, goes back into his car, and then Scarlett Johansson pops by.
Surprise!
Which, by the way, heads up, I'm probably gonna be naming a lot more of the actual actor/actress's name because
we can't remember
what the fuck their name is.
The characters are so one note and unlikable. The only character's name we remember is Duncan, and that's because his name gets said 1,000,000 times by Scarlett Johansson.
There's a few other characters I can name, but like from from the main like scavenger crew, basically, the only name I can remember is fucking Duncan. That's it.
Yep. But yeah, so we get introduced to those two, and then they go to. He convinces her to do this super dangerous job.
Yep, which is illegal.
Which is illegal because the United Nations, as well as any country not attached to the United Nations, has made it illegal to fly to these islands.
Yep.
They have outlawed it. No one's allowed to go to any of the Dino Islands.
It is strictly forbidden. So they talk about the thing. He gives her a price, and she's like, "Aight, fuck it, I'll do it. Shit."
Yeah,
and then
once he said money, that was it.
Yep. It's like 10 with like 6 zeros at the end without including the 0 into 10.
What did you explain it exact way he does? That's 10 million.
Yep. I had to do it word for word.
Then we find out we're getting a civilian.
We're getting a civilian. They don't tell you who it is at first. We're sitting here thinking, oh, it's probably gonna be like Owen or Claire. It's probably
someone
gonna be
who's already been to the island.
Right, a cameo of some sort. Nope, it is a completely new guy who is working at a fucking museum, and the museum's about to get shut down.
And they try to portray this guy as like this super nerdy scientist.
He's supposed to be the advisor.
And he's supposed to be this super nerdy scientist who knows everything about dinosaurs. And he's supposed to be kind of a wimpy character that's supposed to come into his own.
Yep.
This dude doesn't skip any gym day, period. He's super built. His timid attitude does not meet his physical demeanor or how he physically presents himself ever. Like, they're like none of it. Like, it's like, no, we know they're gonna have you in every action scene. You're gonna be the action guy. That we know that's gonna happen to you, and it does. While everyone's supposed to be shocked and amazed that this wimpy nerd does all this, because everyone's always like, "Oh wow, that's so cool! He did that because he's the wimpy nerd." But the motherfucker's—he's built like Captain America.
He's clearly not John Hammond. No, he is not. Like, he's upset at the fact that no one cares about, like, the dinosaurs and stuff anymore, which I get it. Once it becomes, like, everyday life, they even showed this in, like, the previous Jurassic World movies. Once it becomes an everyday life, everyone kind of just, like, sees it, forgets about it. Which is, like, how we are with a lot of animals.
It's like, new animal? We're excited about that this week. New Pokemon? We're excited about this for the next 30 days.
Yep. And so... And this is another issue I have with it, that I have with this movie right now, that I completely forgot to mention at all earlier. So, at first he was just supposed to be like the sideline advisor, someone that you would probably think would be at the mainland. No, he finds out that he is part of the crew that's going. So, the douchebag dude, I don't know what the fuck his name is. We're just gonna call him douchebag.
We thought he was gonna be the bad guy. He looked like he should be like...
Oh no, he is the bad guy. The guy that was telling Scarlett Johansson the thing.
About the monies?
The money?
Yeah, no, I'm sitting there the other guy.
I guess, like, I should call him Boss Guy, because we have another douchebag in this crew.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we'll call him... What do we call him? Big Bad?
We just call him the Big Bad.
Big Bad. Okay, sure.
Our BBEG of this one.
So... his whole objective, like, this entire... excursion was for them to collect DNA samples for Big Bad's, like, pharmaceutical company to be able to make, like, some sort of
heart medication. That was supposed to save the world. Like, there are good intentions here, as well as the fact there's a lot of fucking money to be made.
But he wants it specifically for the 1% rich people that can actually afford this shit, basically. And so...
Well, they never state that.
They never stated that, but they worded it like that.
They just worded it with the fact that, like, this is going to be money.
This is going to be expensive, yeah. So, they needed to get the DNA of Mosasaurus, Gigantosaurus, Mosasaur, and that one that I cannot fucking name. Basically, like the three biggest like dinosaurs that have ever existed.
I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's the Quetzalcoatlus, which is the flying one. They need one of air, land, and sea.
Which is like, I'm just here thinking like, are we trying to create the Avatar here? Because like we got Fire Locust.
Remember, the DNA retrieval weapons was from the scientist. Somehow he was the only one who knew how they worked and explained it to everyone else. And they don't even, and that's just it. They never explain that this guy is not supposed to actually be a scientist.
He, for some reason, just knows which DNAs that they needed.
Yep. Well, he knows what DNAs they need because like they need something like they need something for like creatures that have the biggest heart muscles.
Yeah. Which like these guys being like the biggest one out of the dinosaurs.
Which already sounds just ridiculous to me, but okay.
Yeah.
Go you.
This movie could have been rewritten as a Mr. Beast video. I made $100 to
for these mercs and randos to create heart medication to save the world from McDonald's. Right, so we gotta do it with the right voice. We gotta do it with the right voice. You gotta do it with the right voice. You gotta do it with the right pose. You gotta be like, I paid $100 billion to these mercs and randos. I can't even keep a straight face. Okay. I paid $100 billion to these mercs and randos to create the heart medication to save the world from McDonald's. There's the thumbnail. It probably would have worked better.
Maybe. So
I would have known to avoid it.
So anyways, Advisor Dude finds out that he's going to be in person in this expedition, and then you just had like 10-15 seconds of this guy eating fucking Altoids.
Okay, that joke was funny though. Like I laughed at that. You laughed at that. We both laughed at that.
It was funny because it's like he'll be chewing on one.
And they're like, okay, we're gonna talk. No, we're just gonna keep eating.
Okay, there's another one.
It's like I need to keep contemplating this for a minute.
2 more times. And then they're just like, you ready? Yep, I'm ready. Okay, sure, whatever. So they end up going to, I can't remember where it is that they went to anymore.
They went to find Duncan. They went
to this island, found Duncan.
Scarlett Johansson's
previous like work buddies, co-workers, buddies.
Yeah, three of her buddies. No, four of her. It's 4 of her buddies.
2 of her buddies, because the other 2 was just shipmates with Duncan.
Yeah, so. One of the guys has a boat, the other guy has guns. That's who they're going to go talk to.
Yep.
Boat guy, gun guy.
Boat guy, gun guy. Boat guy, douchebag.
They managed to get an additional $10 million
they play this whole like thing of like, oh yeah, I agreed on the phone, but
this is so illegal. I don't know if I want to do it.
I also have a boat that's not fully paid off yet. So they wrangled another like, what, 10 million out of the guy?
Yeah, they fleece this guy good. They're like, ha, gotcha. And he's like, fuck it, whatever. I need to get this done.
Yep. And so, you know, they agreed that they were all gonna do this thing, and Nerd Dude shows them, you know, next thing you know, they were on the ship trying to like find the island, trying to track down the Mosasaurus, because the Mosasaurus still had the tracking chip that was placed into him in the previous movies, that whole thing. So they mentioned, okay, so this is like the one part, it gets kind of sort of connected to the previous movies. They mentioned that InGen, the previous like biotech company that made these dinosaurs, filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And they ended up buying the tracking that allowed them to track down these dinosaurs from, you know, the previous Jurassic World. And so they tracked down the Mosasaur.
You skipped the whole part here. Because that's where we get to the part where the nerd also knows everything about the guns and what they need to do to track this thing. And they essentially he goes from the nerd guy, the nerd museum guy, to a replacement for Owen, who's been the guy in the Raptor trainer from the previous
The Raptor Wrangler.
previous 3 movies. He's literally just Owen. So apparently, what this says, we couldn't pay Chris Pratt enough to come back.
But less cool. They pay too much for Scarlett Johansson in this one. It's like, there's maybe like 2 actresses in this movie that I know from other projects. And the rest of them is like, okay, you're a new person. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're new. Sure, whatever. So yeah, so he goes on explaining like this like syringe thing that's supposed to help them collect the blood, DNA sample.
This is also where we get our one connection to a previous character in the movie, Dr. Grant.
No, that's later.
Isn't the nerd guy supposed to be like someone who studied under Grant?
They mentioned that once they got to the island.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so well, we got to that at least. Get the 2 actual connections out the way. So InGen filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They bought the thing over, and Nerd Dude studied under
Grant.
Alan Grant sometime, however long ago.
Yep. No other explanation to that.
That's it. That's the only 2 connections that they have with this movie. That's it. There are no repeating characters in this. That's the only 2 connections moving forward. That still bugs me. So next scene, we see this one family of 3. You get Ruben, who's the dad. Isabella, the younger daughter.
So you give her some names.
They're like the only people that I remember the name of. Teresa, the older daughter, who's going to NYU. And then Teresa's boyfriend, Xavier, who's, I guess, like a junkie?
It's not a junkie. I mean, he apparently smokes weed, but, like, he's just lazy.
He's high as fuck.
He admits that he's lazy.
Yep.
He's lazy, he's a good for nothing, and he's, like, very one note in his laziness.
Yep.
And his good for nothingness until he's not.
Yep. That was like a, okay, so he is, like,
He's the only one that gets
point.
any character development. The douchebag boyfriend is the only one who gets any character development. Is the only character that even becomes remotely likable in that whole movie.
Yep.
And we still don't like him.
So, like, we see a scene of them in the, like, at the ocean.
On a boat.
On a boat.
That the dad made.
Yep. And next thing you know, they get attacked by a mosasaur. The mosasaur flips their boat around, like, upside down. And that's it.
This is our first moment of tension past the opening.
Yep.
And it is a good moment of tension. You see the mosasaur, you get to see a lot of him for a moment.
Yep.
He capsizes the boat. It looks like he might eat people. My biggest issue with this, though, is that he's proven he'll destroy shit. Does not eat this boat. And this boat is
He's proven
small.
that he's big enough to eat the boat.
And doesn't do anything to eat this boat and leaves them alive long enough for them to call for help.
Yep.
And they get help
Yep.
from our main party.
Yep. So our main scavenger party is like just a couple minutes away from this new island. And they hear the mayday, the distress call from the family.
I did too.
I was waiting for that. But they heard the distress call. They were just like a couple minutes from the island. And Duncan, who owns the boat, decided, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna go back and save these people.
We're gonna go save these people. Ken and Ty just prank people.
I don't think they have like the intellectual capacity to prank someone though.
It's a joke, baby.
I know. See, like, while we were watching the movies, I was thinking, like, me completely forgetting the fact that they were recreated, I was thinking, I wonder how traumatic the scene is of, like, the lava and the, like, fire locusts and stuff. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, they were just recreated. They were not
That's
alive.
from previous movie.
Yeah, that's from, like, one of the previous Jurassic World movies.
But, so they go, they save them.
Yep.
And they do save them.
And then they get attacked by...
Wait, before the attack. Before the attack, because this is my biggest complaint with the entire fucking movie.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you take
This
part.
family of people is my biggest complaint for the entire movie, because you spend so much time building up our main crew, And they're not the one you see most of the movie. You see this family most of the fucking movie.
Yep.
And the amount of incompetent bullshit they do bothers me. You get Duncan, the guy who owns the boat, saying the smartest thing in the whole movie. The thing that makes the most sense in the whole movie. The boat they're on is a wind-powered vessel. Like, catch it on the sails. They are close to these islands.
They're 2 hours away from these islands. And they even meant, like, they had this moment where, like, the boyfriend and the dad was talking about, like, why can't we just anchor for a bit? You know, everybody can rest, yada, yada.
Why are we taking shifts?
And the dad mentions that, like, their anchor is only, like, what, 15 meters long?
50.
50 meters long.
Versus it being 2,000 meters deep.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so you know this. Why the fuck is your family still all the way out there? And you have, like, the youngest daughter is probably, like, what, 6 years old?
Maybe.
Why the fuck do you have a child all the way out here close to Dino Island?
On a boat with no gas power. On a small boat where there's no way to, like there's not enough room on the boat for people that are currently on it. And Duncan goes, so why are you out here? Why aren't your kids in school? Kind of type deal. And he's like,
his explanation is they are in school. It's summer break, and we just figured that we're
Duncan
gonna.
Immediately comes back in. It's like, no, okay, getting right to the point. Why the fuck are you out here with your kids? Why are you out here? Why are you out here on this boat with no protection, no nothing, when you know dinosaurs exist? And even the little kid knows, because she mentions about the dinosaurs in the water. Dad's only explanation is, well, there's not a lot of the dinosaurs, so we should probably be safe. And instead of answering these questions, Scarlett Johansson goes, well, that's enough. Don't worry about it. Da-da-da. No, motherfucker. Why are you out here with your kids who obviously do not have enough experience to be out here? Why are you out here in illegal waters in a place where it's noted that you will get no help whatsoever by any government if you're found out here? Like, if you report something in, you're not getting any help. And the dad still calls in for help, and got lucky that someone else illegally out there was catching him, thinking he's going to catch the Coast Guard.
Yep.
I got so mad, and these characters are so bad.
And it's like, they clearly have enough experience on the water. They clearly have enough, like, knowledge of what it's like living on a boat. Scaring both physical and psychological is great. Oh, yeah.
It's a good grown child or a serial killer.
And, like, the youngest daughter, Isabel, well, they call her Bella, but, like, she is clearly not fucking okay with this, especially after her ship was literally just attacked by a mosasaur.
No, what they said was this is what this trip was supposed to be. There's a reason why this trip is. What this trip was for was to have one last, like, actual trip / excursion.
One last, like, family bonding moment.
Before college girl goes to college.
Yep.
Because if they were trying to, like, go see their mom across the state, this isn't going across the state. It is a U.S. boat. They have U.S. flags and everything on the boat. Make sure you know that it's a U.S. boat. They're going towards the fucking equator. There's not going any state. Why are they going towards the equator?
They did mention the mom briefly, where she's like, but this is, like, later on in the moment, where it's like, yeah, mom's not gonna trust us with you
ever again.
But this is, like, later on in the movie, after they have landed. Mosasaur.
It's the water dinosaur. The big hulking thing.
That kind of looks like a whale.
It kind of looks like a megalodon. And they show it in the other world movies interacting with whales.
Yep. And, like, they just completely skip over that part. Okay, sure, whatever. And then, you know, they have a few bonding moments with everybody, getting to know everybody that's on the ship. And they even ask, like, Big Boss literally asked one of, like, the crewmates, hey, how long is it gonna take for us to get back to the island?
Where we thought the dinosaur was.
Right. And where should we go on vacation? Disney or the dangerous illegal dinosaur infested water? But yeah.
Girl became mute for a while due to the trauma, but recovered way too quick. Yeah.
She recovered from a fucking dinosaur!
And Jurassic Park is great about handling that, especially with the younger characters. Like, all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies are good about handling trauma with the kids and how it constantly affects them throughout the course of their movie.
Yep. Not even just the kids, the adults themselves, too.
Well, they usually handle the adult trauma in the next movie they appear in.
Yeah.
They handle the kids' trauma right then and there because you gotta have that good ending at the end.
Yeah.
Of it.
I've only seen Jurassic Park 1 through 3, but don't remember much about them. It's fine. It has nothing to do with this movie.
It doesn't. It doesn't. All of this is pertaining to World. All this is pertaining to the World trilogy of movies.
This doesn't even really pertain to World, because, like, this doesn't connect to any of the previous World movies.
It does. It does. It's in universe, but that's it. They just make sure you know it's in universe.
But that's it.
It's
somewhere within that timeline, but that's about it.
So, they get rescued.
And then on their way back to Dino Island, they get attacked by a mosasaur.
Well, the tracker goes off first, and like, oh, we can actually catch him. He's here.
Yep. He's nearby, and is like, wait, no, we didn't find it. The mosasaur found us.
And that's where I also got mad, was because that part was good, but then you have, like, the people that just got saved arguing with everyone on the boat. Fighting with everyone on the boat.
It was like, they were like, wait, what is this mission that you guys are talking about? Why can't you just take us to land
Why can't you just drop
first?
us off? It's like, look, man, we came, we got you, but, like we still have to do this.
We want to go back on land. My kid is traumatized. We lost our boat.
It's like, well, we're going to do this real quick. It'll be done. It'll be over.
It'll be fine.
And it honestly could have been done and over fairly easily and fairly quickly if the family hadn't started interfering.
Yep.
But they do because they're freaking out. And this is where we get our bad guy, who's not super bad guy.
Before we get to that part, so they get attacked by the mosasaur, and they thought they were safe for a bit until they realized that they end up having to deal with They end up having to deal with three Spinosaurs.
Four Spinosaurs.
Three Spinosaurs. The fourth one doesn't show until they land. So they realized that they had to deal with three Spinosaurus, and this is when we had the moment of, like, the family panics, and the dad tells the older daughter, like, yo, go to the radio and, like, basically call for help.
And during this moment, we get the nerd doing, like, they try to have the nerd do nerd things every once in a while. This is the last time he actually fully nerds out, where he goes out into the boat, and he's like, oh, they're cohabitating, they're helping each other to hunt.
Yep, the Spinosaurs are helping the
He gets excited about this for like a minute.
Well, he does nerd out for like a split second after they land. And so in the midst of, like, the boat basically getting attacked by the Spinosaur, you had a moment where, like, the shit, like, while the daughter is calling for help, the big boss is like, wait, hold up, don't fucking do this. Like,
we're in illegal waters.
We're in illegal water. If you call for help, we're basically gonna go to jail. Okay, whatever. So the ship gets tipped over, and the daughter loses footing, and she ends up, like, slipping to the edge of it, and is begging for this guy to help him, and he's just there,
like, not doing it.
Like, you can see in his eyes, he's like,
I should do this.
I need to do this, but if she dies, no one's gonna know.
If she dies, it's not my fault.
Right.
Which it wouldn't be. It'd just be him being a really big douchebag.
Yep.
We're gonna get into that in a minute. But that's, like, one of my bigger issues, is she screams at him, she chews him out because he's not letting her call the Mayday order in, which she doesn't need to call the Mayday order in yet. And they wind up, like, if that whole interaction hadn't happened, they would have finished that part and everything would have ended easier. Nope. She falls into water, and Dad freaks out because she falls into water. Boyfriend has a character growth moment, jumps into water after her. Dad's like, I'm so proud of you, kind of type deal.
Wait. Boyfriend jumps into the water to save the older daughter because, you know, they're dating, sure. The dad, for some fucking reason...
Oh, I'm getting to that. He has this look on his face like, oh, I'm so proud of this, da-da-da. And then, like, decides, well, the boat's leaving without them. I need to help my daughter. Grabs the smallest daughter, says, we're jumping in the water together with... And there were 4 Spinosaurs because the other one's on the other side of the boat while you got the other 3 trailing behind on that side and the Mosasaur. He jumps into the water with his daughter, with the 4 Spinosaurs visible. You can see them from where he's at.
But for somehow they fucking survive.
Which makes no sense. And they make it.
Why are they not getting attacked?
And they make it to the island almost as fast as the boat does.
And like
the boat's going at full throttle.
Yep. And like the Mosasaur basically like pushed the. They had a Titanic moment where like the Mosasaur pushes the ship against a bunch of rocks, and the ship basically like it gets scraped pretty bad.
But it still survives that. But he winds up crashing it on the shore by bricking it.
Yep.
And. For some reason, tells everybody else to jump off the fucking boat too while he does this. Though he doesn't know he's gonna ram it into the wall.
He tells them to jump off the water because the Mosasaur can't, like the Mosasaur
Can't swim in shallow water.
Right, there's that. I can't work.
But the Spinosaurs can.
The Spinosaurs are amphibious, and they've mentioned that they are amphibious.
No, he hasn't mentioned it.
At the
Scientist guys doesn't mention it until they get to the island. It's like, yay, we avoided the Mosasaur. Oh shit, I forgot to warn everybody. These fuckers can run on land and water!
And so you just see Science Dude and Scarlett Johansson dragging this like giant-ass fucking like
equipment pack
along with one of their crewmates, one of the female crewmates, dragging one of those packs by herself. And in the background, you see a Spinosaur, almost like he was asleep, wakes up, dips into the water.
No, he doesn't even dip in the water.
No, he dips in the water.
No, he walks. He literally walks. He walks in that moment. Because I remember watching this, because it's like a Pink Panther cartoon moment. Eat. Like you literally just see him like walk up on the side of the screen. You see him walk behind the backpack, behind the lady who has not seen the big-ass giant fucking dinosaur, which in the 3rd movie managed to take a T-Rex on his own by snapping his neck. No, walks up behind, knee, yoink, grabs her, yeets her and that equipment pack into the water. We see the death happen, but you don't see anything happen. You hear her scream, you see her hands float for a second.
You see blood.
And no, you don't even get to see blood until you look at the water later, where there's some blood in the water as it washes back into the ocean.
I need to head off, but I need to say one other thing. Geothermal energy does not work like that.
And, don't even get me started on that.
We'll get to that in a second. But can I get
we forgot something. The douchebag that died on the ship. We get our first main character
right.
death. They have a guy who's a douchebag who's sitting there saying, like...
He's supposed to be for security reasons.
And the scientist guy says, look, we can't just shoot the dinosaurs. You'll kill them. Don't kill them. Da-da. He's like, it's better to have a dead dinosaur than a dead you. Which, honestly, that fucking tracks. But he sounds like he sounds like the douchebag type that's going to be the one who's going I'm going to double cross the team, work with the big bad, and everyone else he's going to try to get rid of everybody else, and he's going to die in the end. No, this motherfucker dies start of movie. Like, he dies, like, at the start of this, like, as soon as the Spinosaurs show up, he dies. And he's the only one there that dies.
Yep.
In that whole ordeal until she dies after.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you. But yeah, so he dies in that moment.
They wind up on the island.
They wind up on the moment, and then one of the crewmates die. There's our second death. God, where the fuck does this movie go afterwards?
We get to hear them talk for a little while, and they cut to the family getting to the island.
That's right, and they got their first like DNA sample during that. So they ventured deeper into the island to find the Gigantosaurus.
And while they're doing that, it cuts to the family, and that's what we focus on again.
Yep, it cuts to the family, and they're just like, okay, so this dude mentioned that there's gonna be, like, a village. Let's just find the village. I'm sure we can find some help there, blah, 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 blah. You don't fucking see a village at all throughout this entire fucking movie. The closest thing I can think of, because, like, the big boss did mention that, like, there was a village there that they're gonna drop these civilians off at that had geothermal energy, and it was like, you know, there was it was a lab and whatever. Make that make sense? I can't. So you cut over to the family for a bit, and then what the fuck was it? This was when the scientific crew mentions, where like the nerd dude mentions that he like studied under Grant for a while, and then yeah.
A lot of exposition.
A lot of talking in this.
A lot of exposition. Oh, like way too much.
Yeah, they had like a moment. They had a moment of like the family like basically taking a small nap in like the dark at night, and this was when like the boyfriend had some sort of character growth where he's like, oh, you know what, you sleep, I'll take care of this, but by the way, I gotta go take a piss.
Yep, almost dies.
So walks off, and while he was, you know, doing his business, there were two raptors that was sneaking up behind him that you would think would attack him. But they get attacked first by...
Oh, no, they try. That thing jumps at him. You're like... And everybody...
And gets stopped.
And, you know, everyone in the theater is like, yeah, we're going to eat the douchebag! Right after he has character development, mind you. But instead of him dying, because he had character development, our big bird...
I don't even know if it's... I don't even know if it was that one.
It is definitely that one. Slams down, grabs this thing... Fights with it for a bit. Guy never turns around to look at it.
He's just there like, oh shit.
He's like, I can't pee anymore because like I feel like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die with my pants down and my wang out, man. It's gonna be bad. I don't want this. And all of a sudden it gets quiet. He's like, okay.
He turns around. Okay, nothing's there.
No, he doesn't even turn around. He just goes straight back to peeing. After it gets quiet, he's like, I'm just gonna pee now.
I'm just gonna finish my business now.
Walks back to the camp. Doesn't tell anyone what happened.
The daughter, the younger daughter gets, like, woken up and sees this little, like, oh god, what the fuck was it called?
It's not a Triceratops, but it looks like
it's
one.
It almost, like, acts like a squirrel. I think it was, like, it starts with an A. We're having to look this one up. Give us a second.
Aqualops. Aquillops.
Aqualops. Okay, so she sees this little Aqualops just like coming up to her and decides to feed this dinosaur candy.
Yep. And the dinosaur is like, immediately, I am now your best friend.
Yep.
I am now your pet. I will follow you until the ends of the earth.
And like crawls up on her little backpack and just takes a nap next to her.
Yep, just immediately is best friends.
Which, like, I know we had that in like the first movie where, like, you know, after all the chaos, they finally get the chance to relax a little bit.
It's that nap time.
And they get to like admire like the grandiose dinosaur that they've only been able to like study through fossils and textbooks and stuff like that.
This is your dinosaur.
This is a dinosaur. This thing is like palm size. She can fit it in her tiny ass backpack. And it's actually so fucking cute.
It is cute. I'll give you that it's cute. It's probably the best part of the movie.
Yep. But it is so unnecessary. And we'll get to that in a second. So, after that...
They replaced blue with this, and I hate it.
Bring me back my raptors! But no, what the fuck happened after that? Oh yeah, after that, daytime again, the group continues to venture to find their Gigantosaur.
And that's where you get the Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the moment where, like, everyone can, like, you know, they can just admire this...
grandeur.
And it had to be an herbivore. It has to be an herbivore.
It always is.
It's always an herbivore. It
always is.
So here's my question. Why the fuck did they not just make the fucking herbivores? Why? I get it. It's a T-Rex, and like it's like, you know, everybody knows a T-Rex, right?
It's the wow factor.
Why the fuck did they think it was a good fucking idea to make a carnivore in the first fucking place?
I mean, even the non-carnivores are hyper aggressive. They shouldn't have made dinosaurs. Period.
The omnivores, it's like okay, they can survive off plants, but they can still get aggressive. Sure, whatever. The herbivores are just tame. Like, you can pet them, whatever. They're chill.
Big puppy until you find out that a triceratops is just as mean as a hippopotamus.
But why would you keep, after seeing like the first, like they don't learn after the first 3 movies, but they want to keep making the carnivores. They make the most fucking apex predators possible.
That's getting to the politics of world and that, like, the actual world movies. If we were to get in that, we're not going to end stream tonight.
That part just bugs me. So anyway, so you know they get to admire this grandiose moment. You get to see 2 of the Gigantosaurs basically like being all lovey-dovey, cuddling up next to each other. And the nerd moment has that nerd moment where he gets to, you know, admire dinos, got up and personal, got to touch it, make sure it was real, yada yada. Scarlett Johansson instead is like, oh, here's my target. Let me admire this, but at the same time, let me shoot at it. Like, she had like maybe 3 scenes in this.
I was waiting. She's in there all the time, but like she has like 3 scenes where she's actually doing what she's supposed to be.
No. What I mean is like she had 3 scenes in this scene specifically. It's like, okay, so past this glade, we're gonna get to the Gigantosaur. So everybody stops. Once they got to the glades and they realize that something might be a little off, everybody else stops, admires the view a little bit, and then they see, and like Scarlett Johansson just like creeps up with her fucking gun. And then the dinosaurs pop up. Everybody's admiring is like, holy shit. And she's just they're like just creeping up more and more, just aiming at it, and then shoots. I'm just like, bro, you can't like pause for a second, admire this creation? The fuck?
Yep.
I get it, you see dinos every fucking day. This is not one that you can see at the mainland.
Then come back to the family again.
And then comes back to the family again with the, like, I think this was, yeah, with the nighttime scene.
No, this is the daytime scene. This is where they finally get to see the big bad, the big bad dino. It's not a big bad dino. It's not the big bad dino, but it's usually the big bad dino.
Oh, that scene.
Yeah, that scene. I'm trying to let you tell it.
Oh.
Don't. Ooh, this one makes us mad.
Okay. So they come back to the family. They're just like, okay, we'll follow these pipes, find the village, whatever, and like they step on like the edge of a cliff and they start tumbling. No.
The ground falls out from underneath them.
The ground falls out from underneath them. And for some reason, after the first character falls, they don't learn. One person steps in front again, falls down again, and so on, so forth.
Yep.
And so they tumble down from where they were supposed to go, and they're just like, they end up seeing like this, kind of like a little shed that had a boat in it. And they're just like, what is that smell? Follows towards the direction of the shed because of the boat.
Because they want the boat because they're near water. They landed right next to water and they're going to take
They were near a lake.
They're going to take this boat because they're boat people. They're going to take this boat and go all the way down to where they think they need to go.
Yep.
Because it has to lead that way, even though they don't know where the fuck where they are. And are disoriented from falling and can no longer see pipes and shit.
Yep, and keep in mind, like, the dad at this point has, like, he's, like, busted a leg.
Yep.
And so the older daughter is like, you can't walk, so stay with my boyfriend. I'll go get the shit. I'll go get this boat. So she crosses the lake, gets to the shed, sees like a dead carcass of something there.
Looks like it's an I think it's an Apollosaur. The things with like the crest.
You never see a head in that one. All you see is
you see the crest of that one.
Did you? Where?
Yeah, because that's how I noticed what it was.
So this is one other thing I need to like mention real quick. They'll show you the dinosaurs, but they're all like in the background. They don't have any of those moments where it's like a zoom in and you get to like fully admire the dinosaur and the detailing of the actual creature itself.
Yeah.
They have them in the background, so it's all like super fucking blurry.
Well, we get to see the corpse of this one.
You get to see the corpse of this, and then you have a Dilophosaur. Is that a Dilophosaur? Is that how you pronounce it? The frill one.
Yeah, that's a Dilophosaur.
Okay. You see a Dilophosaur pop up, and like, you know, she shows her like frills for a second.
And then two more pop up.
No, it was just the one. That one was just the one. It was just the one, and then she runs off.
I'm just thinking of a different scene. Yeah.
She runs off. You're thinking of the second movie. She runs off, and then you see a sleeping T-Rex roll over behind the girl.
Okay, so you're missing out on two things here. The Dilophosaur runs because it's noticed the T-Rex.
Yep.
It's noticed the T-Rex hiding, and it's noticed the corpse.
It wasn't even hiding. It was just asleep.
Yeah, it was asleep. Well, yeah, it wasn't even hiding. It was asleep in some brush. And the one that's been eaten, like, the girl's immediate response of seeing a corpse that big, this is a big dinosaur that has most of its innards removed.
No, like, you see
like,
it spilled out.
Like, it has, and you see, like, big, ginormous teeth marks are obviously what ripped this shit out. Her immediate thought process should have been like, oh, fuck, that's fresh, back up!
Yep.
Nope.
She continues forward.
Sees this thing, it runs away, sees the T-Rex,
and still keeps going.
Still keeps going.
The T-Rex is asleep. Her family is literally telling her, like,
get out!
Move!
Run! Come home! Come back!
And she's completely ignoring all of this, goes into the shed, and removes, like, the cloth that was on the boat. And realizes, oh shit, the boat's damaged, and, like, there were a bunch of... I don't know what the fuck it is that flew out. It's not bats.
Oh, it was bats.
Was it bats?
It was bats.
Okay. I couldn't tell what the fuck it was. But, like, a bunch of bats flew out of the boat. And she's like, oh fuck, we can't use this. Ends up finding one of those, like, inflatable, like...
Emergency
rafts. That's what it was.
Makes so much noise. And every time you see a T-Rex, you make any kind of sound around a T-Rex, it loses its shit. This fucker sleeps through most of this shit.
This fucker, like, literally slept all the way until she decided to, like, undo, like, basically inflate the raft.
Right next to it.
And all you see is, like, the raft standing upwards on its sides, and then it flops over into the water, and the T-Rex is gone.
Yeah, it pops open, and you hear it pop open, and it, like, pops open in such a way that it, like, bounces, and it, like, lands perfectly on its side, perfectly covers the dinosaur.
Yup.
And, like, you see, like, the T-Rex, like, twitch for, like, a second of hearing noise. This thing immediately falls down to the water. This big-ass hulking thing, which... every time it moves, shakes the ground, makes noise. Everything else has somehow become a goddamn magician. Disappeared. Gone. Well, the T-Rex can tell her, yeah, I just, boop. Have a good night, midnight!
Night! And so, she's trying to move the raft over to where she can get in, and you just see the T-Rex in like the background, just like going towards the lake. Not even going towards the sound that he just heard.
Yeah, he has ignored them completely.
He has not noticed these people there at all.
Yep.
Goes to the lake, starts drinking out of the lake, and I swear to God, this T-Rex is more ADHD than me and him combined.
And that takes some doing. It's like, oh, it's good morning, lick, 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 lick some water. Good bird. Hi, bird. Lick, 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 lick. What's that over there? Like, even has that moment, it's like, what's that over there that's making all this fucking noise?
He doesn't notice these people until, like, she's already gotten the raft on the other side of the lake, and they're getting onto the raft, and she's like, huh, I wonder what that is. Starts slowly going towards it, and it's like, oh, that might be food. And then starts basically like chasing them down.
Second breakfast! And all hell breaks loose from here. Go for it.
This T-Rex somehow fucking manages to dive into the goddamn water!
Like a pelican. Like, T-Rexes are noted that they probably can swim, but this fucker pelican dive.
This is a lake!
Yeah, normal human can touch the ground of the water.
Like, the most that it'll reach is probably neck level. This entire T-Rex dunk his entire fucking body in the water. It is completely submerged.
And to make this really bad is this is the T-Rex scene, which is always supposed to be like the big moment. And for me, my favorite moment, right? This is when I started trying not to fall asleep. When it became active is when I became sleepy.
That's how you know it's bad. The T-Rex is literally in the Jurassic Park logo. But like, that's the one scene that you see this T-Rex in. And he fucking dives underwater, completely submerged.
I think it's distracted because it just ate, you know, like most dogs do. So apparently this one T-Rex is just a big dog. He kind of is just a big dog.
The scene pisses me off so much.
Oh, she's really mad discussing this.
Not only does the T-Rex manage to submerge himself under the water completely, he manages to flip the raft over. And all the like grown-up characters fall off they all fall off the raft. The younger daughter gets like hidden underneath the raft for however long, and they manage to like escape the T-Rex, and they're just like, oh shit, where's the daughter? And then they just hear the daughter yelling
Under the boat.
And this T-Rex is literally like trying to like catch the dad. The dad decided to like duck underwater and swim for a bit. This T-Rex can dunk his entire head in the water and started trying to like bite at the dad.
He's bobbing for peeps, man.
As like a fucking pelican. Like a swan, a pelican. This motherfucker can apparently breathe underwater now. What the fuck?
Then, like, explain the boat with the T-Rex.
Oh, I'm about to get to that. I'm about to get to that. So
She'll just put her hand on me like, it's like, wait, I haven't gotten that mad yet. We gotta build up.
So they hear the daughter yelling for help. The daughter is still like hidden under the raft. Doesn't think to like go underwater and swim away from under the raft. No, she's just there pushing on the raft like, help, dad, help. And the T-Rex hears her and like basically just like looks at the raft like, this shit can talk. There's probably food.
It can talk, it's moving. Eat it.
And literally puts his entire like claw, like he puts his jaw on the raft, the bottom side of the raft for a bit.
Bites it.
Tries to bite it. Doesn't get anything. Okay, fine.
Doesn't tear the...
And then he decides to slam his entire fucking like foot onto the damn raft, and you basically just see him gnawing at just the raft. This raft was in his fucking mouth.
Indestructible.
And the daughter just swims away. And this is one of those like inflatable emergency rafts. It's fucking inflatable, but the shit doesn't pop.
But it's T-Rex proof.
Bitch, what? And like after like they managed to get the daughter back on their side, the T-Rex is like, oh, you know what? Fuck this. I got wet for nothing. And you just see you see the raft basically just like falling from the sky, completely fine, still inflated.
Yeah, because like he pushed it under the water with so much force that it bounced itself into the sky over this rock formation that they used to get away from the T-Rex. And it lands, scares the fuck out of them. And we're all just like, up, the boat's back. Don't feel bad. The movie doesn't make sense in a lot of ways. There's so much that's just dumb.
I need to know what the fuck that material's made out of.
Right? You start putting that on our troops.
I mean, it's not like bone crushing proof, you know?
It survived a T-Rex.
It survived the T-Rex jaw. Can it survive a raptor claw? Guess we'll never fucking know because there's barely any raptors in this.
Yep, they just get ate by a bird. The big Aggie Dino bird. She's so upset by this. Her favorite dinosaur is a raptor, if you can't tell.
Oh yeah, like, we were watching the first Jurassic World, and I cried like a baby when they killed the raptors.
They killed 3 out of the 4. At least Blue lived.
They killed Delta. So like Charlie. They got ate by birds while the guy was pissing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And like the wings of like this bird like literally like hit the guy for a little bit. Something hit the guy for a bit.
Yeah, like the wing
in
like
the
raises him
tassel.
for a second, and he's like,
And he's just like, oh shit, I ain't
"Whoa!"
moving. I'm not moving. If I don't move, they can't see me. Fuck this. And it's like, that's all you see of the raptors. That's literally all you see of the raptors. And that's all you see of the T-Rex. And they're supposed to be like the biggest fucking part of these movies.
Yep, like Blue is like a center point for all 3 of the world movies. Even when Blue barely appears in the 3rd one, because mostly Blue's child Beta,
Yep.
like everything still revolves around Blue and Beta on that
Yep.
for a good portion of it. Yeah, no.
But yeah, no, so like, Charlie got fucking blown the fuck up by a fucking bazooka.
By a rocket launcher.
By a rocket launcher. And then Echo and Delta got killed by the Indominus when they were trying to fight him.
One got ate, one got tossed into the fire. She's still sad about that. But Blue lived and Blue became a hero.
Blue lived, Blue teamed up with T-Rex, and Indominus got killed.
And then had the cutest baby ever.
I love Beta. But anyways, that's not the movie we're talking about. Having to remember bits and parts of this because it's like, it's so
everywhere, and again, it's 2 hours and 20 minutes long.
yeah. Like, the storyline is all over the place on this.
They go back to the science crew.
After that, they go back to the science crew. Science crew finds the last dino that they needed. And because it's a flying type, the only way they could get the DNA sample... My voice is dying. The only way they can get the DNA sample is from an egg. Which they decided to, like, you know, rock climb down a fucking cliff and finds, like, a little entrance area that just perfectly has a fucking nest in it.
Yep.
Keep in mind, these are eggs. These aren't even, like, tagged. They have no way of tracking where the fuck the nest is.
They don't even know, because they don't even see the dinosaur leave that nest.
They don't even see the dinosaur at that point.
They don't even know that's the right egg. They just assume because it's the flyer, which they show there's other flyers on this island. And they could have got the wrong one and doomed the world.
And like... And this part also pisses me off. So you had Scarlett Johansson and the nerd dude go into this little, like, I guess what it looks like a temple thing. Finds the nest, extracts the DNA sample without breaking the yolk sac. Because the nerd dude still wants to, like, preserve the dinosaurs and all. And you have the second crewmate that for some reason is just, like, axing away at the fucking walls of...
He's hammering in supports.
Was that supports?
It was supports. It was
Okay.
because they rappel down. He's hammering in supports right next to the nest.
Yup.
Right next to this, making as much noise as he can right next to the fucking
And then he
nest.
heard some sort of like a response call, stops for a second, and keeps hammering away. Here's the response call again. It's like, oh, that's interesting. The dinosaur literally flies after him, and he's still hammering away trying to get that shit attention. What?
Proceeds to die. He dies in kind of like a meh kind of way, too.
So, like, he finds... So, like, the dinosaur finds the nest, gets, like, landed in front of the nest, and they're just like, oh shit, we're fucked. And they try to avoid the dinosaur, and the dude drops the syringe with the DNA sample in it, tries to get it back, and that thing just gets rolled off, like, close
chases
to the
this
edge.
thing all over the fucking place by
Yep.
the end of this sequence.
And the crewmate dude was just like, let me try and help, and throws the fucking pickaxe that he was holding, which basically diverted the dinosaur's attention to him. And he was like, oh fuck, pull me up. Gets pulled up for a bit, and then all you see of it next scene is the dinosaur is like at the edge with the boss dude and Duncan. And all you see is like the bottom half of this dude with the rope hanging out of this bird's mouth. Hanging out of this dinosaur's mouth.
And that's it.
And that's it, he's dead.
Yep.
You don't see him getting, like, swallowed up. Like, you see him getting swallowed up and stuff, but you don't see him getting caught.
You expect the bird to be a way more scarier threat in this movie because the other movies have made the birds scary. You see them, all shit's broken loose. Everything's bad for you because there's usually multiple birds, they can fly, and they can catch you in ways that you can't get away from.
You see,
They're
like,
usually
a
more
whole
dangerous than
pack
the
of
ones on the
them.
ground because you can't get away from them. Even one of these is a problem. Hi, Zach, how you doing? This guy, when he eats the raptors, your brain processes this is going to be a massive threat. This is probably going to be the one they're going to deal with the most, aside from the main boss monster they've talked about that no one on the island currently knows.
They didn't even talk about.
Well,
it gets mentioned at the beginning of the movie.
It makes this for no one else to know about this because, like, that was one that like was never
island.
mentioned.
Yeah.
No one knows about it. No one's seen it.
Yeah.
No
There's
explanation
never
for
been like any word of this dinosaur being a thing.
Yep.
So yeah, there's that.
That's where I'm gonna get to have my biggest rant in a minute.
I'll let you rant about this last part later. So you know they got the 3 DNAs that they need. And they find basically like where the helipad is,
Which is close to what looks like a gas station,
oh that's right, we completely forgot the gas station part,
which had other bird enemies that are smaller.
that they never fucking named.
Nope, they look like a pterodactyl crossed with kind of a Gila monster. They have more raptor-esque style heads, and these things are supposed to be a big threat. They're not. There's only like 2 of them. They are dealt with relatively quickly. They cause a little bit of havoc. They don't kill anybody. And they're just a minor nuisance for a little while.
Yep.
And they are very like just. One of my biggest complaints with this movie is that like the mutated dinosaurs, because it's supposed to be like a mutated dinosaur. The mutated dinosaurs don't have any wow factor. They don't have a disgusting factor, disturbing factor, uncanny factor, weird factor, and a cool factor. None of this.
They're just blurry.
This looks like generic. You know, like with Digimon or like not Digimon, with Pokemon, you have like generic, like when people want to like skirt copyright with Pokemon items. Like this is generic looking Charmander. This is generic looking fucking Aerodactyl. Like, that's what it is. It's like, this is non-copyright infringing Aerodactyl that they're fucking fighting. And it's
definitely some sort of like a pterodactyl mix, maybe.
And it's meant to cause stress in the moment, but it does a very poor moment of it. Other than showing that Boss Man can't be trusted. This is where the cracks start to show for him.
Yep.
Because he's greedy. And he wants to live.
And like, there was a moment where Scarlett Johansson's character is like, yo, why didn't you save the girl? Like,
no, we hadn't got to the point where they met each other yet.
No, like, this was when she was talking to the boss dude. Like, yo, you were there. Why the fuck didn't you save her when she fell into the water?
Yeah, what happened with that?
Yeah, and he was just like, oh, I turned around for a second, she fell off.
It's like, I turned around, and when I turned back, she fell off, there's nothing I could do about it.
Yeah, I noticed that, like, a lot of the dinosaurs feel kind of like Uncanny Valley-esque.
Well, no, because they're not unnerving to look at. That's what Uncanny Valley is. They just look...
Something about that. Something about the way they look. There was a moment, I can't remember which dinosaur it was. I looked at it, because this was, like, one of the few moments where they had, like, okay, a zoom-in close-up of the dinosaur. I'm just like, why does this feel so, like, Uncanny Valley? Like, the textures of it.
Yeah, why does this look like a low-poly video game?
Yeah. It was just weird. But, the dinosaurs, like, those flying things came up, attacked the family in a fucking gas station-esque location.
This is when everybody finally meets with each other.
Yep, they meet up with everybody, everyone's fine, and they somehow got to a gas station.
Yep. And the girl meets...
And it's got snacks in it. It's got, like, actual American snacks in it.
The girl meets the douchebag guy and says, why did you try to kill me? Da-da. Which he didn't technically try to kill her. He just didn't help her. But she, like... Which I would be pissed off, too, seeing this guy. But she's, like, accusing him of going out of his way to try and kill her. Making him seem like a massive threat to everybody. And he pulls a gun that he found somewhere on the island. You get to see this for, like...
He got that from the...
Yeah, from the guy who's hanging down. They explained that briefly with a guy who's hanging down from, like, a crash wreck of a plane site.
Yep.
And he takes the gun out of his hand because for some reason this guy just had a gun while hanging out in his parachute.
Somehow his skeleton is still holding the gun.
Yep, perfectly. And he threatens her with the gun. He's like, I'm going to keep this case, which has the DNA shit in it. And he handcuffs himself to the case, which almost gets him killed twice. And then everyone freaks out because they're trying to catch the helicopter because the helicopter shows up.
Yep.
And this is where I become the most pissed off I am during the whole movie. We get to see the Dominus Rex. I've been excited for the Dominus Rex this whole time. Been wondering where the fuck he is, because he appears so little. He's advertised so heavily, and he appears so fucking little in this movie. We finally get to see him. We're hyper excited to see him. We're like, yeah, it's gonna be a thing. The way we get to see him, they introduce him in a brilliant fashion. Everyone sees the helicopter, like, the helicopter, it's here, da-da-da. Trying to get the helicopter's attention while there's all this, like, fog and shit around, and they're, like, freaking out, having trouble seeing it. They finally get to see the helicopter come up close.
Wait, you missed the part.
Huh.
The family ends up climbing into the vent.
Oh, fuck them. Just fuck them at this point. I've given up on the family at this point.
They were in the gas station. They were getting chased by one of these mutated bird raptor thingies. And they found a vent that they decided to climb into without making any fucking noise when they were, like, removing the actual vent from the floor. Climbed into it, and the dinosaur followed after them.
Yep.
And this is, like, a big-ass dinosaur, right? It somehow managed to, like, slither its way into the vent like a fucking cat trying to slither into a fucking glass vase.
Which is what's going to lead into where my biggest screaming rant about this is.
And then douchebag dude got into the, like, one of the cars and just drives away.
He doesn't actually even get to drive away.
He drove away. Like, Scarlett Johansson's character, like, ran into the bush. He got on the vehicle and he looks at her for a second and drove away.
No, she was under the vehicle. He tries to drive away, and the flying dinosaur catches his briefcase, yanks him out of it. He doesn't get anywhere. He drives a little bit, gets yanked out of the car, winds up running back to her because she's supposed to be the badass he hired. Though she's now questioning everything he is because of a brief moment of chaos that broke out, and then we get to the Dominus Rex. It's like, literally him getting in the car didn't even need to happen because, like, they just reset him back where he was.
He got into the car, he drove away, and she was in the bush watching, like, the one that was attacking them, hear, like, the family talking in the vents. There was an open vent somewhere there, and that one slips into it. And she followed afterwards.
He pulled that thing he pulled him out of the car.
He pulled him out of the car, he got back into it, and he drove away.
He didn't go anywhere then, because he dies immediately after this.
He dies afterwards with the Dominus Rex.
Yeah, like right in this moment. He gets like there because the other people are trying to scream down the helicopter.
They reunited in the vent and they were just like, yo, so there's a
They hear the helicopter.
Yeah, right.
I'm telling you. They hear the helicopter. Dude hasn't gotten anywhere yet.
So like all over the place.
But that scene is shot hyper chaotically, where it's very easy to forget where people are.
Yeah.
But they get two of them to fly down the helicopter, and they're like, "Okay, cool, they're here. We gotta go get them. We gotta go get them now. We gotta get them fast." And during this point in time, we hear the Dominus show up. The helicopter's getting close while they already know that something vicious is coming after them. They're freaking out.
This was Duncan and the nerd dude.
And the nerd dude. And they're like, they finally get to see the helicopter. Like, okay, we're safe. And what you see is the helicopter is in the Dominus Rex's mouth, which shows that this, like, an entire normal rescue copter able to hold up to 8 people easily is in this thing's mouth being crushed. A T-Rex cannot do this. So this is showing this thing is massive. This is a big deal, right? Remember this because it's not gonna matter in a minute. I'm an animation nerd. If Alanna's still here, this will make Alanna mad. I'm an animation nerd. One of my biggest complaints when it comes to animation is keeping characters on fucking model. This Dominus Rex has like 4 fucking different sizes to him. He goes from being this big hulking thing with a whole ass helicopter in his mouth to about the size of a normal T-Rex. Out of nowhere. No explanation, no nothing. His mouth's no longer big enough to hold a goddamn helicopter. It's barely big enough to eat a man. And then the Dominus Rex gets to work, causing hell, havoc, and chaos for everybody. Everyone's running from him. Everyone's trying to deal with him. No one knows what to do about him because he's big, he's hulking, he walks and looks like what happens if you take a T-Rex, a beluga whale, and a rancor and slap it all together.
Can we find like an actual picture of what Dominus Rex looks like in the movie?
Probably. He is a scary looking thing. He is a threat until you see him actually doing shit. I've got toys of him. And he has like 4 arms. He's got 2 little tiny T-Rex arms, and then he's got 2 big fucking Rancor arms.
See, I didn't even see like the 2 T-Rex arms in the original thing.
I did, but like you don't see it very well. This is him. Except for they make him look more like he's like almost solid white throughout a lot of this. He's not, but they make him look like he's an albino dino.
Yeah.
Throughout most of this. And like you see this dino made of shrink wrap, he go whomp. And so yeah, you see this guy right here. He's doing shit. He's being a menace. He eats the douchebag executive guy, and that's your last kill of the whole movie.
There's also a point. There's also a point that shows like the size difference. So they got to the end of the tunnel, and there was like a gate that was basically trapping everybody in there, and the control for it is out on the other side of the gate. While they had this like bird thingy still like following them, like, you know, trying to like catch up to them, the only character that was able to fit between the bars was the 6-year-old child.
Mm-hmm. So
she slips into the bar, gets to the panel, and she's about to like push the lever. You see the Dominus Rex like kind of peek from behind her, and he shrunk.
Yeah.
He shrinks down to basically that T-Rex size.
Yeah, and that's like that makes me so mad because he goes from being an intimidating, scary force to being something that's massive. Like we're talking like kaiju level sizing. Like he's the size of a small kaiju because you have to be to fit an entire rescue copter in your fucking mouth.
He's maybe like the size of Godzilla, basically.
Yeah, like he's big. He's like a fucking Megazord. He's a big boy. or he's essentially like the T-Rex Zord. He's a big boy. He's supposed to be big, and then he's not big anymore.
Yeah.
Also, he's seduced, except his hand that's connected to the briefcase for no reason, because he just ate the entire helicopter. Yep.
And so like, as like the D-Rex was literally like getting close to like the child, you hear like almost like a fucking toy siren, like the toy siren car in the background. You see the douchebag big boss dude driving in, hits him with the car, and he just gets yanked out.
And is 8.
And got 8. Not much of a struggle going on there. He just got 8. And yeah, the hand that he had the freaking briefcase cuffed to, that conveniently is not swallowed.
Yep.
It like, you just see like the severed arm with like the briefcase fall down, and the nerd dude picks it up, and they just keep going for it.
And like right after he eats the helicopter, I see him shrink. This is when I'm fighting to stay awake the rest of the movie. I'm fighting to stay awake. There's noise and screaming and shit going on, but like I'm watching
but
this,
nothing
and
makes sense.
It took so long to get here that there's not enough payoff for it, and I'm exhausted. D-Rex eats the guy, and the way he ate him, all I could think of was snap into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim, brother.
So they end up finding the rescue boat that Duncan was talking about, and it, like, the chain that it was connected to was stuck, and in order to buy some time, Duncan ended up taking one of the flares that they used to signal for a helicopter, took one of the flares, and basically try to like guide the D-Rex away from everybody. Scarlett Johansson beats at the chain somehow with, what is it that she was beating with?
I don't even know.
She somehow manages to break the chain. We don't know with what. She was just beating at it with something. Talk about beating a fucking dead horse, man. And chain snaps, they get into the boat, great. Everybody got on it, and she was just there yelling for Duncan to like back up, like, yo, we gotta go, like, don't do this, you're gonna kill yourself, blah blah blah. She repeats his name over and over and over again. This is almost as bad as Supernatural, which I love. This is almost as bad as the scene where like the brothers get separated and they're just yelling each other's name back and forth, back and forth.
Sam, Dean, Sam, Dean,
Sam,
Dean,
Dean, Dean,
Sam.
And then, like, he ends up, like, getting in the water, still trying to, like, guide this D-Rex away. And I could have sworn, like, the D-Rex ate him, right?
Somehow no.
And the group, like, leaves, and they were about to, like, you know, basically, like, take the boat away when they see another flare shooting, and they follow the flare, goes back, picks up Duncan. Why the fuck is he still alive? We don't fucking know. Why was he not 8?
Because he's the only likable character. And he's the only character with any goddamn common sense, because he knew to ask the family, why the fuck are you out in the middle of the ocean?
Why are you 2 hours away from Dino Island?
And roll credits, basically.
Yeah, and that's it. Literally the last scene is just like them on the boat going back to the mainland, and Scarlett Johansson asks like the nerd dude, because the entire time the nerd dude was telling her like, yo, what if we don't give the DNA samples to this guy and we make it where everybody has access to it, this, and not just a selected portion.
Yeah, don't give it to the pharmaceutical company.
And she had, and like on that boat ride back, she asked the guy like, so who should we give this to? And he's like, you choose. He's like, let's give it to the, she's like, let's give it to the people. And that's it.
The movie ends, roll credits, that's it. No other resolution. We don't find out what happened to the family after they get home. We don't, like, and all the movies do this. They all, like, at least have, like, some kind of explanation of what the fuck happened to everybody at the end of the movie. Nope, none of that. None of that. It's so just... And there are parts of the movie that are fun, but it's so goddamn long. There's so many dry points in the movie. It's one of those, like, it's not bad. It's disappointing. It's so disappointing. But then that was the thought we left with. But as we thought about it more and more
I just got angrier. And
it went from being disappointing to no, this is just bad.
Where's
is
the
bad.
Consistency in this. I'm so done. I'm so glad we're finally done ranting about this because my voice is dying.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm not usually this fucking loud.
No, you're not.
But this was just bad.
This was like, Lord help us. We were talking about this, like we had to go to Walmart after we got done with the movie to go pick up a couple of things, and while running through Walmart, we're still bitching about this movie the entire way. But the first thing we do is we go look at the toy section to see if they got anything cool for Jurassic Park because we're fine.
No, I was like, you know what?
You got some birthday money.
I got found out that I got birthday money, and like I left the theater, checked my phone, and I had like 8 missed calls.
Her mom had sent her some birthday money, so she's like, I want to go get a Monster High doll. But immediately after you pick a Monster High doll, we go check out the Jurassic Park toy.
Because you wanted to show me the shaving cream.
Don't act like you weren't excited to see them, because you were excited to see them. You were looking for a specific dinosaur Lego kit.
I was checking to see like if they had any of them.
Any of the fossil ones?
Yeah, and like the only one that they had there was like the Triceratops and the T-Rex skull. Which the one I really want is like the one of like the full T-Rex like.
That's like
fossil.
$400.
300.
It's 300. That's still a lot of money. I want that one so bad too, but it's massive. It's expensive. It hurts my feelings.
But like you know me, I don't usually get excited with Legos.
I know. That's the reason why I want you to have that Lego so we can build that shit together because you'll be all about that. But this is what started our day, and we should have known by how this isn't a popcorn bucket that this wasn't a good Jurassic Park movie because this ain't no bucket. We keep joking that we're going to
use this as a charcuterie board.
Possibly. I still like our other idea of using it as Coffee Bean's food bowl because he acts like such a little dinosaur. Like, he reminds us so much of the Compies, it's not even funny.
It's not even Compies.
He reminds me of a Compie so much, it's hilarious. So we're like, this could be like the greatest cat food bowl ever.
Because, like, he would actually eat this much food.
If we were to put it down for him, he would. He's never not hungry. So yeah, I feel like we should actually later like turn this into a video just ranting about this. I don't do reviews, but we should do a review of this movie because we went through all 6 of the other movies and we loved all of them. They may not be the best things on the planet, but we loved all of them and we're hyped to watch the next one after each one.
And like the one thing I don't understand is when you told me that like Dominion got really bad reviews on it, I really enjoyed it.
Dominion, which is the 6th movie, the third world movie, got horrible reviews. We loved that movie.
It ties up the story of just like
of everything.
The general storyline so well. Cause like it ends off with fucking Statler and Grant finally getting together.
Yep. Ends with them getting together.
It ends up with them getting together, them talking to Congress about whether or not to try and preserve the dinosaurs.
Malcolm helps with this and manages to get that passed.
Yup.
We finally get Claire and Owen finally like hooking up fully as well.
Yep.
Like finally like linking all that in. We get Maisie, which finally
gets back with like Claire and Owen, and they rescued fucking Beta.
As well as they helped Henry with the genetic thing to solve the problem of the locusts eating everything and managed to basically save the world.
Saving the food chain, yep.
And you get to see all the dinosaurs interacting with every creature that's like them. Like you see Triceratopses with
the elephants. You see the Triceratops with the elephants, the Mosasaur with like the whales.
The killer whales.
Fucking the horse with I don't know what fucking dinosaur it was. A Pachyosaur? No. like a Allosaur.
No, it's not
That's
the
not
one.
it either. Yeah, that thing.
The parasolo I'm too tired to pronounce it extravagant words. The Parasaurolophus, which are the ones with like the big fins. They're running with the horses.
Yeah.
And like you get to see like the world come together. Basically.
Like you finally see like the dinosaurs finally coexisting with the other animals of modern days.
And the start of this movie unwrites all of that. It does.
It does.
Like, what was the point of the ending of this movie of everything being able to cohabitate, everything being able to work together, and everything being able to function? Just be like, yeah, all that shit, yeah, that was all for nothing. We preserved the dinosaurs and it did nothing. We did nothing to help.
All these dinosaurs went back into parks.
Yep. They went into
basically.
they went to zoos and stuff like that, and it was they basically blamed the pandemic for dinosaurs dying, just like they blamed the pandemic for businesses dying. Like they literally say, well, interest was lost on dinosaurs because of all this, because no one could go see them, and da 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 blah blah blah. Which is the most bullshit cop-out shit I've ever seen.
That's like this. Like the series would have been like, it would have done so well without this movie.
But it's reviewed better.
I don't understand
I don't understand
why.
how, but it's reviewed so much better than the last movie did. It's reviewed so much better than Dominion did, and I don't get how.
I don't understand I don't understand how, and I don't understand what this has to how this ties into Rebirth being
because like this
the topic.
It doesn't feel like a rebirth. It feels like an ending that we already.
This feels like a reject.
Yeah, it's like we had an ending, but they wanted to rewrite the ending and make it more bleak, and it fails in so many levels. I wanted to love this movie. I wanted to. I was excited for this movie. We were hyped to talk about this movie for like the last 2 weeks that we were going to go see it.
The reason why we started watching all the movies was to see this one, because everyone I've bumped into that has seen this movie said it was phenomenal. Said it was like amazing to watch, and that like I would actually enjoy it. I don't.
Nope. Like it's bad. It's bad.
It got me so mad. And like at the end of almost all the like movies so far, you have this like big battle between like a T-Rex and something. So like in World, the first World movie, you had T-Rex versus Adonis, or T-Rex Raptor versus Indominus. That gets killed. In the second World movie, you had Raptor versus, what the fuck was that thing called?
I can't remember. It was another Apex Predator style dino.
No, that's the third movie.
Yeah,
it was the other hybrid that was like extra raptor.
Those were the Indoraptors.
That's right, the Indoraptor.
I thought the Indoraptors.
The Indoraptor was the
Fallen
second
Kingdom movie,
yep.
And like that one, in my opinion, before this last one came out, was the weakest of all of these.
Yeah, but you gave Blue another spotlight. In this, you know.
It's like you have your Blue bias, but it had way
I have
more
my
redeeming
Raptor bias
quality.
for sure. But like even in the original like Jurassic Park, the very first one, you had Raptors versus the T-Rex.
Well, there is an exception to this as well. You have Raptors versus T-Rex in the first one, and in the second one you have the T-Rex like traipsing throughout New York, and it's
Yep.
T-Rex versus New York. And then you have in the third one, it's T-Rex versus the Spinosaurus, and it immediately fucks his day. Like, it's on site. Spinosaurus sees it. They fight for a little bit. That sucker's dead. Like, the T-Rex dies in the first 30 minutes of Jurassic Park 3.
Did it?
Yeah, the Spinosaurus snapped its neck. That the ending of the movie was them versus the Spinosaurus.
No. No. What happened with that one was it was the Spinosaur and the T-Rex fought for a second, and wasn't there like another dinosaur that shows up? Wait, no, never mind.
World.
I'm thinking of World. I'm thinking of World with the Apex.
With the Apex, no.
Yep.
Versus Spinosaurus, like they go, this isn't going to be your average Jurassic Park. Immediately kill the T-Rex.
Yep.
That's the reason why that movie got so much flack when it first came out, because the Spinosaurus doesn't look as cool as the T-Rex. So people were really, really pissed off that the favorite dinosaur dies and he doesn't die. He doesn't die a cool death. He dies a very unceremonious,
unceremonious death.
Yeah, just like a non-giving a fuck death for the pedigree of the dinosaur. It's like, I'm here, I'm bigger, I'm better, I'm meaner. Snaps his neck, walks the fuck, doesn't even eat him, walks the fuck away from the T-Rex.
Yep. And like
that made a lot of people mad about that.
It also
movie.
doesn't make sense though, because like the T-Rex is literally right here. The T-Rex is literally the fucking logo of all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies. But they killed the T-Rex.
Yep. And in this one, the T-Rex just doesn't do anything. He's just a distracting dog. Bit borkity bow wow, I'm done. I'm gonna go lick up more water.
Bit borkity rar.
Bit borkity rah.
Bit borkity bird.
Bit borkity bird. It's a
Bit
bird.
borkity bird.
Wee.
Or like a flying thing. Bit borkity ADHD. Like I can't. I can't. And like I found like a blind box set where like you get 4 different pens.
It's all meant to celebrate this movie coming out. It's all merch for this movie.
Yep. And you can get a Triceratops, which doesn't fucking show up in this movie. You can get a Mosasaur, which is like a Jurassic World main thing.
Yep.
And then you can get
T-Rex.
You could get a T-Rex, specifically the one that was in the first 3 Jurassic World movies.
Yep.
And you can get Bluey. You can get Blue, which is the raptor.
It's specifically Blue.
Specifically Blue.
And they there's lots of stuff that's merch that's going around. You see 2 things of merch that goes around. You see the D-Rex, which is the big bad for this one.
I haven't seen any of that.
Not where you're talking about, but I'm talking about like just in general. Cause like you go to Walmart, you see D-Rex everywhere. You see the D-Rex, you see the Tyrannosaurus, which the Tyrannosaurus is one you see the absolute most of because he's still the mascot.
He's the mascot, yeah.
And you see shit for Blue, and he's not in the movie. The way they talk about this, Blue's probably dead.
Yeah?
Like, they write it to make you think the Blue's dead. The Blue's gone.
We don't know what happened to Blue.
But they write it like Blue and Beta are dead. But they don't say they're dead because they possibly might bring them back in another movie. But I don't know if they will because they'd have to bring the character of Owen back to do that. And I don't know if he'll come back.
I don't know if there should be another movie after this one.
With how much better this is doing than the last 2 did, they'll probably make another one.
Possibly? I don't know if I'd want to watch it.
And the reasoning why they'll probably do another one is because it's one of Universal's biggest properties.
Yeah.
They'll probably do another one. And I don't know how I feel about it because, like, they ended the other one and it should have ended there. Like, they made it look like this is the end. They play it out like they're ending the story with that one. And then this one, the way it starts, because you technically could have gone into this new one with all the dinosaurs all over the world still. There's tons of dinosaurs left. You can still go with this, but with the way they start this one like, yeah, there can't be another one because there's not enough dinosaurs. There's not enough dinosaurs left anymore. So there shouldn't be any way they make another movie, because they've made sure in universe now that these are gone. That there's no way to do more.
Or like they're slowly dying.
According to this, at this point in time in the movie, most of them are gone. In 5 years, according to them, it's 5 years, most of this shit's gone. It took 5 years to kill it once they got out to the real world. So there shouldn't be another one, but there will probably be another one because reasons. Because money. This was like the cash grab of cash grabs. And this, like, if the movie was like an hour shorter.
If they had just taken out a lot of like the dead air and just like shortened a lot of the conversations,
you wouldn't notice most of the problems in the movie and would have still enjoyed it. If they took that out and they lessened, like, the movie was trying for build up for fear. It was trying for build up for fear. It's trying to be scary again, which I love the attempt on that. It's trying for that. But the problem is they take too long that the suspense doesn't pay off. Too much suspense for too little payoff. And it does it all the way through the goddamn movie. I've already said it more than once, but like it's that's one of the biggest issues. It's too long. It's too long. It puts too much exposition in that doesn't act, but it's not important to anything going on.
That doesn't have really anything to do with the plot line.
It has to do with the plot line, but it doesn't do anything to help it in the universe at all.
Yeah.
It's like, get out as much as we can in case this goes bad and we have to end it. It was not a high note to end on. It wasn't.
No.
I don't know how they can do another movie. I feel like they're going to try to do another movie anyway, but I don't know how. There's no way to do more until someone does the silly and goes into Dinosaur Zone TM against all logic again. Yeah, but even then, like, they show so few dinosaurs in the Dinosaur Zone. I don't even know how they can do it.
The only, like, there were
they're
maybe,
claiming
like,
they're even dying there.
Yep, there was maybe like 7 dinosaurs that was even named in this movie. So we had a brief moment of the Ankylosaur. We had obviously the Mosasaur, the Spinosaurus. We had a very, very sad moment of T-Rex and Raptor, which was blurry as fuck. We had the Gigantosaurus, and we had the I still can't fucking pronounce that shit.
We had this guy.
That thing.
That we keep having problems pronouncing.
Quizzilocotis? Quetzalcoatlus. He ain't got a coat, man.
He ain't got a coat.
That's probably why he dying. I'm cold.
But yeah, so that was our experience today. We had we had a pretty fun day today, and but part of the most fun we've had is bitching about this movie.
Yeah.
That's you know what? Because we're Jurassic Park fans, we will probably own this one because we own the other 6 on Blu-ray.
I don't know if I would own this one.
I would have to.
Because I would never watch it again.
Well, there is that.
Because it's like, I don't want to spend like $25 to get the DVD for it if I'm just never going to watch it. Because like, what we currently have in the box set, that sums up the whole storyline almost like perfectly. And like, because
this is the one you're just going to treat like it doesn't exist?
This is going to be the one that I treat like Sword Art Online.
Ugh. Ooh. Ooh.
I never, so like, for me, I feel like Sword Art Online, like the original anime for it summed up the story so well. Everybody was fine, you know, they all met in real life, they all hung out.
I was good up until the end of it.
And then I heard about Gun Gale Online, and I was just like, I'm not fucking watching this shit. And I still haven't. I've seen like maybe the first episode.
I couldn't finish the first season. No, I did.
I couldn't even finish the first episode.
I did.
Of Gun Gale.
I'm talking about like first season of the original. Like,
oh.
Because like, I can't remember her name now. The
Leafa?
main, huh?
Leafa? No.
The main female lead.
Asuna.
Asuna. They do her so dirty at the end. She goes from being like the ultimate badass to just like a footnote, and just like turns into Princess Peach out of nowhere. Like, it's one of those like
She gets stuck as Princess Peach with the creepiest motherfucker possible.
Yep, and she's like no fight, no nothing, just and like just yeah, and like I have other issues with that series as a whole to begin with. Yeah, I was like, nope, that's it. Like you treated everything about this character like it didn't exist. Game over.
Yep.
I was done with that one. It's like it went from good all the way up until they run into the kid, into the kid in the digital world. And when they run into the kid in the digital world, it starts to go downhill, and she gets kidnapped, turns into Princess Peach, and it falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like you didn't think about that before, did you?
Oh no, I knew about that, but it's like yeah. But like it's one of those things where it's like the storyline got summed up so well at the end of it.
That just doesn't need another one.
It doesn't need another continuation for it, and that's exactly how I feel about this.
It printed money, and that's what this did.
Made her DLC, yeah.
Made her DLC. Yeah, made her DLC.
I wonder if I'm gonna feel this way if they make like a new Final Destination movie.
I don't know how they can. They did this to end it, but then they said we're getting another one. They said they would be interested in making another one, and they could technically do so. They could, like, it's very easy to make a new Final Destination, but this last one was so good. That's the whole problem with this one, because like we also saw Final Destination Bloodlines recently.
Yep.
And that was phenomenal. That movie was the first horror movie in a long time that made me actually afraid for the characters, made me tense up.
There were so many like medical scenes that like he knew instantly.
I knew instantly what was going to happen. I called almost every death in that movie.
Everything that could go wrong in those scenes.
But when they were in the hospital, like without spoiling too much. There's a hospital scene, and I broke down everything that was going to happen in the hospital scene to the T. She had no idea what was coming.
I rarely go into hospitals. The only time I went into the hospital was one to see my mom, and the last time I went into it was Pops.
And a kid in the digital world who wasn't one of the Digidestins. See, that's their problem. No, with that one, you'll get to a point where like you're gonna see an MRI machine, and if you know anything about MRI machines, you're gonna freak the fuck out. If you don't know anything about MRI machines, you're in for a treat. That's gonna hurt your feelings, and you will never trust an MRI machine ever again. But yeah, no, like there was just all sorts of shit with that movie. But that movie was great. It was phenomenal. Not only did we think it was great, though, like everyone thought that was great. It is the highest rated Final Destination out of the entire franchise, even beating out the first one. Like, it's just good. And you could even watch it without having seen the other Final Destination movies and been fine. It's way better if you've seen the others. Yeah. But it does such a good job of explaining its universe in one movie by itself, and it can sum up everything. Oh my god, I think I already know what happens just from you mentioning MRI machine. Oh yeah. What you think is happening is probably it. Yep. But it was such a good movie. It does things so incredibly well, and it wraps up the entire series. Anything you've ever questioned about the entire series is answered and finalized in that movie. You want to know what's so funny though?
Both Final Destination and Rebirth, they all start due to the most minuscule shit possible.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was mentioning it earlier. But with this one, the problem with it tying everything up so perfectly and doing so well and being so highly rated by not only moviegoers but also critics, like it's like sitting at a 90 on both levels. It's doing really well.
Yeah.
The problem with this though is because it's done so well and it's made so much fucking money that they're gonna make another one. Even the director, after all the reviews and everything came out for it, was like, yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to doing a new one, after literally summing up everything to where there's absolutely zero need for another movie.
Yeah. Like, I can see how they can possibly do it.
Well, they can easily do it. You just
but like...
Here's the easiest way to do it without spoiling anything. All you gotta do is just have someone that has another vision. That's it. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It just takes for the loop to basically restart differently. Yeah. And that would be all it would really take. Like, now they explain how like every movie's connected and this, that, and the other, and they sum everything up. But it started with a vision.
Yep.
So that's all it's got to take is for someone else to just have that moment and to see it. That's
and,
it.
Like, at the end of...
Don't ruin it.
It's like, I'm not, like...
Because I want people to go watch that one. If you got HBO Max, go watch it. It's on HBO Max now. If you got Max, go watch it.
It's one of those things where, like, all the it links all the previous movies together. And even, like, the ones that you think doesn't link into it, it links into it at the end.
Yep.
You find out how it all, like, how it all connects. Why these people are having these visions.
Yep, it's all coming together.
Yep.
It's done so well. It's one of the best horror movies to come out in probably the last 20 years.
Definitely.
It's phenomenal. Like, would watch again. Even with knowing everything that happens, it would watch again.
No, you want to know the best horror movie that's come out this year? Snow White. Just look at the dwarves. You'll have nightmares for days, bro.
Babe! No.
For the sequels, they're gonna be like, the heart cure they may have started turning people into dinos.
They could do that! That would hurt me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't Kafka my movie.
See, in order for that to happen, though, you would need something to, like, genetically mutate the DNA sequence in
They
humans.
already have that. They already have that. They already have it. Think about it. End of Dominion. It can easily be done. They did it with the Locust.
Yeah.
Because of
well,
who?
I'm saying, like, from the heart cure.
Yeah, but all they'd have to do is take the sequencing from the girl, and it could happen. Because they managed to show that, like, you can have it, like, go through with the entire population, just make it happen almost instantly. That's what they did with the Locust.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like, they could actually do some shit like that, and I'd be upset.
But, like, that's, like, going under the microscope, pulling out the genes.
But they do
But,
that!
Well, what I'm saying is, like, they need one specimen first.
They have no...
Mutate the genetic information, the DNA sequence in that specific specimen.
Suddenly dinos are cool again. People want to look like dinos or something. Yep! As long as it doesn't turn into dino wife.
This is how we have cat girls.
We get Jurassic Park meets Repo Genetic Rock Opera meets anime. And the movie becomes Planet of the Apes, basically. Jesus Christ. Oh no! She looks so distraught. Be okay, baby. It'll be okay. It's not real.
So basically having cat girls sing.
My girlfriend is a T-Rex. It's already a manga. That, you're right, it is. It's actually a really cute manga, though. I've read it.
Yeah.
I haven't read a lot of it, but I've read the first couple of chapters of it. It's cute. It's
so, like,
weird.
no lie. Okay, if you were to have a dinosaur tattooed on you, which one would it be?
Do I have a dinosaur tattooed on me?
Mm-hmm.
That's a rough one. I mean, I'm gonna probably be honest with you. It's probably gonna be like I'd be the basic white bitch that puts a T-Rex on me somewhere.
Not a Triceratops?
It's a toss-up between the two, because those are my two favorites. Is the Triceratops and the T-Rex. I always have been. I also really like the now no longer a dinosaur, the Brontosaur.
Let me see what the dinos
On
now
a scale
called.
of Dino Nuggets, what percentage would the two of you give it? Like, how many Dino Nuggets do we give the new dinosaur movie? How many Dino Nuggets do we give Jurassic World Rebirth? I'd give it a 4. I'd give it a 4. 4 Dino Nuggets out of 10. What would you rate Rebirth?
Can I do negatives?
You hate it that much.
Negative, however much Scarlett Johansson was about to get paid from this shit. From that mission.
She really hates this I'd give it about a 4. It is a movie. It is a movie that is a thing that exists. It's not a good movie. I give it a 4. Okay, as a Jurassic Park movie, as a movie in the Jurassic Park franchise, I give it a 4 because of the amount of shit it fucks up. As a moviegoer's movie,
like I said, I feel like this would be one of those things that it's like, I've never seen a Jurassic Park movie before. Let me watch this, and if I like this, I'll go back to watching the rest of it. Because I feel like because we watched all the movies before that, we can see how poorly it was done. But as someone that's like completely new to watching any of the Jurassic Park movie, I could see the appeal of it because Dinosaur Goes Rawr. Dinosaur Goes Rawr does thing. Has action, has family moments, has more action, has Dinosaur Goes Rawr. Like, it goes Rawr again. Okay, yeah. So, like, it does enough to where if you like dinosaurs but have somehow never seen a Jurassic Park movie, I could see getting some enjoyment out of it, maybe getting a 5 or a 6 out of 10. If you're a dinosaur fan, if you're a Jurassic Park fan, I don't know how people are enjoying it. I don't, because as a Jurassic Park fan, I'm not enjoying it. Now I know that most people probably didn't sit there and say, "Hey, we're going to marathon through all the movies before we go watch this." But I wouldn't classify it as a good starting point. Good starting points for the franchise are Jurassic Park 1 and Jurassic World. Those are both decent enough starting points for you to watch and go. It's like either one of those could be a good first movie. I got hiccups. Okay, so new update on the Brontosaurus thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was no longer considered a distinct dinosaur genus of itself, and was reclassified as a species within the Apatosaurus genus. But apparently this reclassification happened in the early... Scientists determined that the skeletal difference between the two were not significant enough to warrant a separate genus, so that's why the name got nuked. But recent studies have suggested that the Brontosaurus should be reinstated as its own genus.
But I've seen 0 Jurassic Park movies before this. The whole time I was like, "Where's the park?" Wait, was this literally your first like Jurassic like World / park movie? Cause like if this was your first one, yeah, no, like this.
I want to know your opinion on this, as like if this was like your very first Jurassic Park movie.
But yeah, no, it doesn't. The best starting points would be either Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. And I would tell most people to, and the reason why is because for one, they explain everything you need to know right off rip. They're the foundations for both trilogies, and they work really well. But the other reasoning is for ease of access. You can watch the first Jurassic World on Tubi, which is a free service. Like, it's a free app. You can download it, and you can watch that. You can watch Jurassic Park, Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3 on Netflix now. So, like, you have, and everyone has Netflix now. So, like, that's ease of access. Like, I'd say start with your Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. I don't, like, it's hard for me to sit there, like, and say this would be a good starting point. I just say that people could watch it and be like, that's a movie. And that's just it. Like, it gets an that's a movie for most situations. It was an action flick. It's not breaking any ground. It's not doing anything massive. It's a movie. That's what we can call it. Yeah, that's a movie. It's one of those kinds of moments. Yeah, I have not seen the first. Wow.
See, my issue with this movie is like, it doesn't get me interested. I was like, remember how when we were watching the original Jurassic Park, after watching it, my immediate reaction is, I want to go to a museum now.
Yeah.
This does not give me that urge of going to a museum.
Yeah, it's like, I want to go to a museum now. I want to do dinosaurs.
I want to learn more about dinos again.
this became like the hyper fixation for the whole house, real fast.
For like the past week, I literally started like a little journal for like different dinos, but my only issue why I can't continue it is because I don't like, because there are so many different dinosaurs and some that aren't like really that well known.
Each notebook would have to be its own like genus typing.
I want to put like a sticker to help me, you know, visualize what the dinosaurs look like. So that's kind of like
dino stickers.
I don't have any. Whenever we get like the printer set up again, then I can go back to starting that. But like this movie just doesn't give me that urge.
And see, there are a lot of purists out there that'll tell you the only one you need to see is the first one and don't watch the rest. I like all the other movies. The other movies are all fun. They're all fun. They build their own world, so on and so forth. I like most of the franchise. I would tell everybody they should just go watch the first one. Like, watch it. It's kind of dated, but like, it does a lot to future-proof itself.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, well, we discovered dinosaurs actually come from birds, and a lot of dinosaurs probably had feathers. Why don't they have feathers in this movie? Well, they explained that early on. Like, we used frogs. We used frog DNA to
fill in the missing gaps of the dino DNAs.
And that's why they don't have feathers, and so on and so forth. Like, lots of things get like covered and future-proofed even in the first movie.
Yep.
And
even the whole thing of me saying the whole thing of like don't move with a T-Rex.
Yep, they wind up even covering that.
Like a bare bones adventure where the pretty with dinosaurs in a way. I got to see the dinosaurs in nature in action, and oh no, I got chopped by a T-Rex.
So, like, if you want that experience, honestly, any of the others will do that for you, honestly. The one that does that the most is the first half of the second movie and the entirety of the third movie. They focus down on them being in their own habitat and in nature themselves the entire way through.
Yeah. Second movie, they introduced the second site, which was Sornus.
I think so.
Yeah, because Nebular was site A, Sornus was site B, and Sornus was basically let the dinosaurs be in their natural habitats. Do not without human
interference.
Interference, yeah. Just let them grow by themselves.
And see what happens.
Yep.
Basically, it was a study point.
Basically, it's very much of like the.
Hey, we're getting rated by Mac Arts. Hello, how do you do? Welcome.
Hello.
Sup? What's going on? What were you up to today? We are celebrating my baby's birthday and ranting about dinosaurs. And ranting about the dinosaur movie we just saw, which was the newest, not Happy Birthday to Me, Happy Birthday Her. Ranting about the newest Jurassic Park movie and how we enjoyed the other 6, but the 7th one was really, really bad.
Yeah.
We have the bad popcorn bucket to prove it. But no, what were you up to today? What were you playing? What were you getting into? Usually we play games. Usually we don't do a lot of just chatting.
That is like two and a half hours I cannot get back on myself. Thank yous.
Yeah, tell us about yourself. Welcome. Come, sit, chill. Grab yourself a cup of coffee. Grab yourself a delicious muffin. Cyberpunk. I love Cyberpunk. God, I love Cyberpunk. Which version were you playing? Were you playing it on like console or PC? Playing it modded? Or are you playing the new Switch 2 version? Which version were you into? We have a new Cyberpunk anime coming out.
I heard.
And I want to see it so bad. PS5. Ah, gotcha.
By the way, new trailer for season 4 of Upload is out. We finally got a continuation.
Huh. It's on Switch. Yeah, it is on Switch 2. And it actually is one of the, like, I own a Switch 2. I like the Switch 2, but I tell people a lot of times that for right now, until we have more stuff to actually be Switch 2 definitive. That Switch 2 feels a lot like a Switch Pro. Cyberpunk makes it feel like a Switch 2. Like it changes a lot of stuff for what it can do. It does a lot of stuff that like the Switch could have only ever dreamed of. And it runs smooth, which shocks the shit out of me. And they also put the entire game on one of them tiny little cartridges for it. Like it's I'm kind of shocked by the results of that. So trailer of Edge Runners Season 2. Yeah, David is still dead. They're all still dead. That still trips me. It's like, you saw this character you fell in love with? Yeah, they're dead. See this other character you fell in love with? Yeah, they're still dead. This other character? Yeah, they're dead. And I was like, oh!
This one love interest that you had? No longer, he's dead. Don't exist.
But I'm still excited to see it. I'm still excited to see it. Just because they had the balls to do that, I'm more excited to see it. I'm like, alright, I won't give you that fresh coat of paint. Let's see what we got.
What else is there to rant about?
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
We were kind of starting to wind down.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any like new like movie news to talk about. There's a new Now You See Me movie coming out. You missed the trailer for that. But the dude that was in Detective Pikachu that was also in World, he's also going to be in there.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm excited for that. And they have like some of like the original. They have like the original cast from the first Now You See Me movie.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
I love it, especially that second one.
I've never seen the second one. Never watched the second one.
We need to fix that. And they do from the trailer. They do a throwback to one of the scenes in the first movie.
All I remember is in the first movie, the girl who's basically doing the Houdini trick. In real life, she almost died doing that trick. That movie almost didn't get finished because she almost died during the making of that movie.
They have a throwback to that apparently in the new one. It was like parts of it was shown in the trailer.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You just don't like water.
I don't like water. That trick is my nightmare. I do not do that. Nope, we don't do water.
Nope. Not for you.
That scene in that movie made me so incredibly anxious. That made me so upset. But yeah, no. So yeah, I do gotta say that we are in the process of winding down for the night because like it's 2:30. You gotta work tomorrow. Yeah, and we still gotta eat. We actually haven't eaten dinner. All we've eaten today has been. We haven't
really eaten.
All we've eaten is freaking movie theater snacks. That's all we've had. Like I've had nachos and popcorn.
I honestly.
You had popcorn. I had nachos.
Honestly, instead of getting this, we should have just gotten
a hot dog. I gave you the option. You decided you wanted the bucket.
This was just so like outrageously huge. It's like comically huge.
It is.
To the point where I'm just like, you know what? Just for shits and giggles.
No one can see it.
Just for shits and giggles, like I wanted to get that.
It's like it's so dumb that it's a must.
Right. And that's kind of how it was with the Mission Impossible popcorn bucket too. I've never seen any of the movies.
Since we have Raiders in here, I gotta do like the standard YouTuber thing before we start to end for the night. For everyone who came in, I appreciate you coming on that raid. My name is Zombies Go Nam. I am your coffee-filled gingerbread undead. I play horror games, indie titles, and a lot of Splatoon. So if you like any of those things, you'll probably enjoy your time here. We're currently going through Deltarune, which we're on Deltarune Chapter 4. But we've been playing Deltarune. We do a lot of Splatoon. We do a lot of Nintendo stuff, but it's mostly Splatoon for Nintendo. But we've been doing Deltarune, Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, and Splatoon recently. Those have been our major titles.
Yep.
Which I usually don't stream Fortnite unless it's during Halloween, but we streamed it early this time because I needed Power Rangers. I needed that in my life. I was 5. I screamed. I needed it. But yeah, I think that's about it about me. This is my lovely fiance Mizu. She doesn't do content creation, but she does pop in the channel all the time.
I pop in every now and then to show off like crochet stuff and origami things that I make.
And she does run her own crochet business. She sells plushies at cons that she makes with such speed and skill that it trips me the fuck out.
I've been slowing down on that recently. Just like the last run.
That last event.
That last
event was so rough. But you did so well. You did so well. Like, you almost didn't have any product to bring home.
Yeah. We had a lot of, like, the smaller stuff, which I'm still shocked about.
But we talk about a lot of nerd shit. We rant about a lot of nerd shit here. Which was what we were doing today, was ranting about a dinosaur movie that was really bad. But we talk about anime, Power Rangers, horror... Pretty much anything, really. You get a rant going, that's it. We're screwed. That's what we're doing for the next couple hours. Yep. But I do gotta start winding down because we gotta eat something because I haven't eaten properly today, and I'm probably gonna get yelled at in a minute for not eating properly today.
Same.
And then
you're not getting yelled at by me because I'm on the same boat as you today.
Yep. You can't yell at me today.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it.
But we've gotta eat. I gotta get you into bed because you gotta work tomorrow.
Yep.
And I've gotta work on some stream stuff.
Streaming's already started.
For everybody here, do remember tomorrow there isn't stream on Sundays, but if you're a part of our Discord, I am going to be holding our community Discord day where we're going to bounce ideas off the wall for stuff not only to add to this stream, but for our fellow content creators. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do all sorts of different effects and art, thumbnails, and other weird things that you could possibly enjoy. That anything that I teach y'all how to do, I'm going to give y'all free reign to also put into your own streams. Nothing's going to be exclusive to me because I built it. I'm going to be like, nope, here's how we did it. I'm going to show you exactly how it works, how to build it. And if you have an idea that you don't know how to execute yourself, bring it to this. Tell me on the stream. Tell me in the Discord during our community event where I'm going to be basically streaming to the Discord. And if it's something that I think I can physically do, I will make it, and we'll all be able to use it from there. I will give you all the access to use the exact same things if I build it, because it was your idea. I will build it, and we'll go from there. But yes, and that's going to be... It's going to be a little bit later in the night than I thought it was going to be, because I was going to do it originally around 5 or 6. But little small update, I have a house to go look at for our move. We're doing our final look through and final walkthrough of this place tomorrow, and going to see what we're going to do from there. So wish us luck on that. But that's happening at 5, because that was the only time for they could get me in. So, which is weird because it's a self-tour event, but it was the only thing that they had on the schedule, because they still want to keep track of people, I guess. Yeah. But that's supposed to be our final walkthrough, and if everything goes well, we'll have a new place.
Yeah, a whole new office setup.
The office, I already know how the office is going to be set up for it. A lot of you guys are going to really like what's going to happen for that. A lot of you guys will be really excited, and some of the OGs here who've been here for many years are going to get real excited. Well, the OG's over on the YouTube side. I'm still very, very new to the Twitch side of things as actually streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, I think you just got back streaming on Twitch, what, like almost 5 months now?
Ish. Like, it was just this year.
5, 6 months. So we're only on, like, month 8, you know?
Yeah, it was this year. It's fairly new in this year for us. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it here. As y'all know, this is Good Coffee Fuel, Gingerbread, Undead. This has been Mizu's birthday! Wow!
Wow. I had a good birthday, though.
I'm glad. We're going to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, pleasant nightmares. I'll see all of you lovely people in the Discord tomorrow, and for everybody who doesn't attend that, I will see you all on Tuesday, where we will be streaming the secret boss for Deltarune Chapter 4. And I'm going to basically try to speed run it so copyright doesn't kick me in the teeth again.
Angus.
But have a wonderful night, everybody. Meh, peeps.